and welcome back to Roll for Damage. Tonight we have the Scales Above and what we've dubbed the Hellbound arc, because, they've all gone to hell. Some were there longer than others. Some have had a worse time than others. The guy that's had the worst time is currently not here. Unfortunately, Sean/Auric couldn't make it tonight. So make sure you all shame him when you see him next week. He's only missed one other episode in 2 years. He's done really damn well. So anyways, we will just quickly say thank you to both Shelby and Bree for the art that you're going to be seeing scroll by. I am still after months saying I'm using old overlays so I don't have any sponsors, but enjoy the very out of date things that come by. Next year I will be updating everything, but right now I just don't have the time. Please, Christmas, I need your time off. Anyways, we're going to do a quick round of hi, who are yous? They're going to tell you about who they are, where they're from, their characters, and then we'll get into the game. So I'll start with Sarah because she's muted.
Hey everybody, I'm Shro or Sarah. Lots of different names to be known by, basically just the two. Otherwise, I'm Tig. I'm the current barbarian of the party. Now that Shannon's not here, I can say I am the best barbarian here, which I am right now. So I'm the best barbarian of the party. I am not the community manager, but I do manage our strength. That's who I am in the game. Otherwise, I'm sure I just exist in the meat space. I'm married to the DM. I love my life, and I play D&D here right now with these beautiful faces, minus Sean. But it's okay because he'll be back next week, hopefully. That's me.
Okay, next up we'll go with Shelby.
Yes, hi, hello. My name is Shelby, or on Twitter, I'm Shooby and I'm a Twitter artist. On YouTube, my name is Whistle While You Work, and I've told some stories about D&D, and I'm working on an animatic series. And on Twitch, I am Shadoodles because somebody took my Twitch name, and I like to make things more complicated than they need to be. And I stream games, I stream my drawings, I also do some art for us here. And I'm a regular player here. I play in our World of Darkness game where I play an unhinged teenager, sort of, kind of. And here I'm also playing an unhinged teenager. Hi, I'm playing Nia, who is our party's sorcerer, warlock, child trying to do the right thing at the right time and make amends and all that fun stuff.
Okay. And last but not least, we have Mike.
Hello, I'm Mike Farty. I am the DM over at Wonders and Blunders. We are a 5e horror comedy podcast, which is quickly moving into a weird comedy noir podcast, as they've gone to the big city of Mox the Rain, which exists under a mountain and is fueled by jazz, baby. We're finished our first season, and I am currently editing our second season. And when it comes out, we're going to have cool giveaways, like things like this. This is our logo on a cool dice box. It's very nice, very sweet. So keep an eye out for that. In this game, I play Leaf, who is a cowboy kitty. He is a rogue who does the Rudy Tooty bad guy shooty, and he went to hell long ago for reasons fully deserved. And that is where he resides this day.
Okay. Before we get into the session proper, I want someone to do a recap. Both the girls kind of was like not it, so that left it to Mike.
Yes, and I remember. We are in hell. We had met with Despater, and Despater had given us a mission to go basically disgrace Bale and steal a sword that no, not Bale, Bell. They are different, and I'm going to make that mistake 25 times tonight. Bell, we are going to disgrace Bell and steal a sword from him, which marks his place in hell, his position in hell. So last session we woke up in we went back to our nice inn in Despater's Iron Tower. We got room service with some nice drinks. Tig bonked the Mater D on the head, and another version of them came out of the wall and peeled their skin off and wore it like a suit. Classic hell stuff. We met a couple of colorful characters, one of them being a pit fiend who came in and was just very briefly a mean misogynist, and then left. That's becoming a common theme in hell as well. Then we went to a magic shop run by, I can't remember the magic shop owner's name.
Gale,
who has a permanent smile locked on their face because of a giant bone spike they have to stick into their head due to some deal with Despater. We perused the magic items within and kind of did dibsies on some cool things that we found. He also gave Leaf a gun, huge mistake, but Leaf has a gun now. And I think then we decided that we kind of decided on our plan for today, which is to have some people pose as the entertainment at a big party that's happening at Belle's castle, which is Belle's moving castle, but not as charming and more made of flesh and screams. So we are going to have a couple of people pose as entertainment. Leaf is going to go in just because he's allowed to go places in hell because he's a hoity-toity boy. And then we're going to steal that sword through a heist and hopefully not fight 25 pit fiends dressed for dinner inside of a hell castle. Because we will die. And if you die in hell, you die in real life.
Yes. I can't remember the genre. Is it isekai? Yes, I think so. That's what hell is. Anyways, more or less correct. I want to throw out that in attempting to help this horrible sinner that Gale is, Nia healed the hole in his head, and now he has to drill that hole back into his skull because someone
if
tried
he's
to.
not smiling when you go into the shop, everything you want is free.
Yeah.
What if that was my plan all along, huh?
Ooh.
Well,
yes.
Kill his head and run back inside.
Yeah, so if you try to help the damned, occasionally it's going to get much worse for them. Depends how much help you do. Anyways.
Apparently that's what a first level spell will do, try to help somebody.
Yeah. Maybe you just have to help them harder. Anyways. So, we have some very basic rules for tonight that we're going to go over quickly because we've decided to run today a little bit like Blades in the Dark, where instead of having this big pre-planning, like you guys had a bit of a planning session, but the planning session was pretty much like, yeah, instead of sneaking in, we're going to pose as entertainers. Cool. We're not going to show any of what they need to do to get that to work. Instead, we're going to pretty much jump straight into the heist, where you guys are just going to be effectively at the front door, and anytime you guys get stuck or you want something or you feel like you should have planned for this, you can call in a flashback, which lets you say, you know, I went to this person, and you can make it up, and I have to kind of roll with it. Don't be dicks about it because I will make you suffer. But if you are in hell, it's not even hard anymore. But if you kind of be like, oh, actually, you know, I went and talked to this guy who gave us a magical charm that, you know, did this or whatever, you know, we can role play through that, and then you go back to the present, and that helps you get past the current situation. However, now I have to open up Discord so I can read it. Alright, so this is the basic rules. Each member of the party will have a counter, which will increase each time they use a flashback or fail a check. This is to represent the stress of the heist and the fact that you are doing this in hell. This isn't just a regular heist. Spending time in hell will slowly corrupt a person, and you have been there for a while now. So this pressure is weighing on you, and that's going to increase the stakes of things. Due to the nature of heists, things will not be a strict pass and fail with your checks, and your stress will increase the DC of the check. So right now, I have 3 dice in front of me, 1 colored for each of you. I asked you what color you wanted before the session, so I now know. And my headset is beeping. I'll have to change that in a second. But it's all starting at 1. So if the DC is going to be, say, 15, right, it's just going to be 15. But as you fail checks and you increase your stress, that's going to get higher. One moment while I change my headset, then I'll continue. My headset, I mean battery. You know what, it's fine. I don't have to explain this. Talk amongst yourselves.
So while we're waiting, Shannon is the community manager of Paradise Productions. She is the community manager. She's the community manager, and we're saying this in her absence and getting it out of our system so that
kill us.
It isn't brought up again when she's here.
It's going to. You know it's going to.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is you each have the same size dice, right? I want you to roll whatever your hit die is, and if you got a multi-class, you can choose. If you roll the maximum number for it, I'm going to allow you to effectively have 1 extra pip of stress. So it takes you a little bit longer before you get to the top of your counter. This is just me trying to help you out. It's like the barbarian might be in a bit more trouble, but she's tougher. She can handle failure a bit easier. But, you know, the squishy sorcerer might need that extra bit.
Kyle, I'm so sorry. Could you repeat that? My internet died for 3 seconds.
That's okay. Roll whatever your hit die is. I just want you to roll it for me.
Okay.
And let me know what you get.
What if you're multi-class?
You can choose which one you prefer. The smaller die, the better is what you want, because you want to try to get the maximum value, and that's more chance.
Sorcerers are a D6, I think.
They are.
Yes.
Got a 6? Cool.
Yeah, I did!
I'll put a little thing down to show you got a 6.
Oh, I'm very excited about that.
You were blue.
I was.
Sarah, or less.
I got an 11.
You fail. Well, that sounds really
I
hard.
thought you said I want to get the maximum.
You need 12, honey. You're a barbarian.
But
I also got 7 out of 8. I was 1 off as well.
I'm sorry. I'll get you an 11-sided die, I guess, one day, so you can feel like that helped.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Google that now.
So what this means is, as opposed to, you know, let's say, I'm not going to tell you what the dice is that you've got here that's your counter, because that's kind of the thing. I'll just let you know when your stress is feeling very high, and that means you're close to capping out. Shelby gets 1 more than everyone else because she's just maybe been through some more shit. She knows how to handle it. She's compartmentalizing, whatever. She has an extra point. Anyways, you can voluntarily take a stress point to allow you to roll at advantage on any check. A natural 20 or beating my DC high enough will be a success with no repercussions. You pretty much just get what you want, and that's it. You're good. Beating it with only just a pass, there'll be some sort of repercussion. So you might be using a lockpick to pick a lock, and you do successfully pick the lock, but now your lockpicks break. A fail might have you fail, but there's no real repercussions. You just don't succeed in what you did. Or you might get a natural 1 or fail bad enough that you both fail, get a stress point, and potentially have some repercussions show up as well. Like, you know, the pit fiend you were trying to sneak past, be like, hello? Why are you here? On
Very
top of
polite
this,
pit fiend.
he's at a party. He has to be. You can't disgrace Belle. I will have a party-wide tracker on my end, which I'm going to tell you now is a D20. Starts at 1. When it gets to 20, your heist has failed. Through some means, they have figured out what is going on, and it's going bad for you. If you guys do especially awesome stuff, I'm not going to tell you, but I might tip it back a bit. I will never increase it more than 1 point, but if I feel you guys did something that makes me go, yeah, that was awesome, I'll tip it back a point. Okay, so your goal here is to make me smile. If you see me smiling, you're probably doing good. When your stress meter fills up,
That's a trap.
you will gain a trauma. There's a list from the Blades in the Dark book, which I will get up when one of you actually gets your thing filled. And you get to choose from it, so you can make it a character-specific thing that feels right for your character. And they're usually things like becoming more ruthless, becoming cold, becoming distant to your friends, becoming more reckless, being paranoid, etc., etc. So it makes you feel more what you would do as opposed to just rolling on a random table. You'll have this trauma until you've left hell for 10 days, in which you will get to make a check, a save. If you fail, you have to wait another 10 days. If you pass, it'll sort of dissipate over the next day or two. As you kind of recover from the, oh god, I've been in hell seeing some fucked up shit. So, it did sound like a lot of stuff, but in essence, you got a tracker. It goes up when you fail, / want to get free rerolls, or use a flashback. Flashbacks just let you get things or do things that you should have done in planning, but we're not doing the planning, so that lets you just do it, right? That's pretty much it. Yeah. So I'm going to put this dice down that I've been fiddling with and get another dice to fiddle with, because apparently I have problems keeping my hands still while we play. And we will start. Let me... Unless there's something you guys want to ask or say or do before we get going. Are you guys good?
I think I'm good, yeah.
Yee.
I don't know who said ye, because Sarah's just like muted and not looking. You? Hell,
That was
yeah,
me.
okay. All right. So, we're going to start you literally on the road, Belle's mighty castle, walking on the bent and buckled soles, advancing towards you. Streaming past you are the fleeing souls of the damned, traveling mortals, and other interplanar tourists to Dis. Leaf, as you are leading the weary entertainers, what would you like to do now that the castle's about 100 feet from you?
Just kind of turn to everyone and say, all right, just like we talked about, all that planning we did, it's really going to pay off. We're going to make our way in here. Let me just see if I can see a door from here.
There is a door on the front. It's about 15 feet off the ground. It's like the castle front sort of tilts up, and there's more the bodies that are all bent and like crawling forward. They kind of have their arms and legs just dangling. It looks like they every now and again they'll grab onto each other and start to make a ramp, and then it falls apart. So there is a way to get this to sort of work to become a ramp, but you're not quite sure yet.
Leaf. Since we are meant to be the funnies, what is funny here?
Oh,
What is entertaining?
well,
The castle's still approaching. It's now 75 feet away.
Do they like fights?
well, they do. They like watching, torture and that kind of thing. But I think your strength, I think, is going to be that you're from somewhere far away. Think of yourselves as exotic entertainment. You've got all of these insights and looks at a world that they don't really know. So I think that'll be entertaining, hearing about what happens on the mortal plane or doing those things, because they've seen everything hell has to offer. Everybody's got 2 or 3 tricks here. Pull some skin off and make it dance, whatever. But I think you can bring something real unique.
Jokes?
Jokes? Yeah.
50 feet.
Okay, Tig has
We need to
jokes.
figure out what we're doing now. Guys.
We entertain. We take.
No.
Okay.
The castle.
25 feet.
Hang
It's
on. a minute.
25 feet away from us.
Yep.
So the bridge, I'm a little unclear on what you.
So the ramp
described.
isn't formed yet. You have to do something to make it form that you can get
Lee-
up there. You can
And the
like
ramp is
Leaf, do
made
you have
from
the invitation?
people.
Yeah, and like without really looking at the castle, Leaf would just hold up the invitation.
Okay. Do you want to discuss where you got that invitation?
Yeah, sure. I think we could do a flashback.
Okay.
I think what happened is that Leaf went to where the souls were traded, where that middleman was supposed to be hanging out, and just kind of pickpocketed off somebody else who was supposed to be invited to this thing.
Okay. Do a. I feel like it's hard for you to stealth around due to like who you are. You're known now, but you know, maybe a sleight of hand check to sort of like see if you can just, you know, as you're shaking hands and stuff, and people are like, "Oh my god, you're back! We haven't seen you here in ages." You're like, just a tail like just pulls it from a pocket or something.
Yeah, I think he like really plays up his wounds and from battle and stuff. Like when he walks around hell, he walks real stiff, maybe even like with a cane, and kind of falls into somebody. And
Okay, see what you do.
that is a 29.
Jesus. All right, so you sort of stumble into someone, and I'm just gonna increase your thing by 1 since flashback. Stumble into someone, and you sort of, you know, you've heard them talking about a party and getting a bunch of provisions for it, and they're here to effectively get a bunch of coin from the souls that they have mining. They are just a middleman for someone going to the party, but as someone that's going to be going in and attending, they do have a single pass invitation, and it's a bit more loosely defined than the others, where most people would be like, to fucking Zariel, you are invited to blah 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 blah. This is a you know, to attendant of someone. You entertainers and providers are allowed to come in. Just state who you are, who you serve, as you get to the door. So, you have your invitation, and it's 15 feet away from you, this castle. Just about to start taking you up and ripping you apart. What do you do, Leaf?
I just hold up the invitation,
and I'll let you choose which devil this guy was serving. You can just choose a random one.
Let's go with Dispater, just to kind of keep it on brand.
Okay. So you hold it up. What do you say?
Knock knock.
All right. There's this sort of like, it slows down, and a lot of the things that would make the ramps, the heads start turning towards you, and their eyes glow, and you can see like this light sort of plays over the invitation, and the doors open up as the bodies of the ramps sort of crack, contract, contort around each other's. They also like, they rip flesh to like fill in the gaps of this to make a perfect ramp down to the floor as the doors swing open, and you may walk on up. The entrance hall is a grand affair. There are sobbing mortals on the floor cleaning bloodstains on the polished marble. A dwarf is pinned to the ceiling with a barbed harpoon, and there's just viscera and blood constantly falling down. These poor mortals are kind of trying to keep it clean as best they can, to no avail. The dwarf is still sort of wriggling and failing to catch his breath while tears fall from his face. He reaches for a second corpse on the floor that is still sizzling and dissolving. Its legs are gone and hip bones show. Bloody footprints and hoofprints lead up a set of stairs, which seems to follow a blood trail to this dead dwarf on the floor. You can hear the sounds of laughing, roaring, loud voices in a multitude of languages.
Are we alone in this little entrance hall right now?
Apart from the guy pinned to the ceiling and the 3 or 4 crying mortals on the floor.
Nah, they don't count right now. I'm talking about devils that might overhear this.
Alright. Shelby gains 5 points of evil. Alright, continue.
Neo was already evil. That we already established that. Okay, I'm sure it's me. Right, I was about to ask Tig something too. Sorry.
I will look up while you're regathering your thoughts, Shelby. I will look up to the dwarf. Were you not funny?
He, since one of his lungs is impaled, he tries to speak and just coughs and blood pours from his mouth. He's not doing well.
Hey, I have an idea.
Yeah.
How do you feel about presenting ourselves as a beast and a beast tamer? You're a scary.
I mean, you're not that scary.
I'm saying you're the scary one. Because you're big, way stronger than I am, and way bigger.
Okay, so Tig be beast, and you try to tame?
Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen a lion tamer show?
No.
Do you remember what the last thing that happened when you saw a lion was, Tig?
Oh, yeah. Yes, let's do exactly that.
Cool.
Only Tig have to warn you, Tig very good tamer. So do protect on self, please.
Mm-hmm. Remember, we're not actually trying to kill each other, but be convincing.
Tig can't control that stuff.
Well, if Tig loses control, I might be able to undo damage.
Okay, good. Okay. Because Tig just love to play.
I know. Just also try, okay?
Okay.
Try?
Okay. So Tig play or Tig...
Tig pretend play.
Okay, so tiny tribe play.
Tiny tribe play. Yes. Tiny tribe play.
Okay. Tig done this before, so Tig,
Okay.
Yes.
You are currently in the sort of like entrance hall still, looking up the stairs where you can hear like the stairs go up and around, and it's somewhere up there you can hear this laughter. There's no one here to greet you because you're just meant to be the help, so they expect you to kind of know what to do.
Would I have a sense of what would be expected here because I grew up in nobility?
You can make a history check with disadvantage because nobility.
Oh, yeah, it's hell nobility.
Yeah,
so.
There's a bit of a difference.
But I don't know. Devils used to be mortals at one point, so maybe some of the fucking hoity-toity shit from the up there made it down here.
Let's see.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Actually, okay, that wasn't bad. Lowest roll was a 13 plus 6, so 19.
you know that if there's no one to greet you when you come in, you're meant to sort of announce yourself or get someone to announce you to the party. Also, do you read Infernal?
Nia?
Yeah. No, Shelby. Does
No,
Shelby
no.
read the language of the damned?
Sorry.
No, but I'll cast comprehend languages too, because I can cast divination spells now.
If you read Leaf's invitation, you'll see that it is meant to be for help provided by Despater. And that will also change the fact that you're not really meant to be announced, and you'll have to cast that spell, so go ahead and
Yeah, I've already marked it down. I've marked it down. I might just trade sorcery spot points to get it back.
It just means that you'll be able to walk around here a little, without being straight away noticed. It might still happen, but we'll see how that goes. I mean, don't go like sitting on Belle's like throne and being like, "We're meant to be here," because that might not go so well. But you know, walking into the kitchens, whatever.
I will have relayed this insight to Leaf, since he is probably going to be the one who has to do so, who has to search out some announcing, since he is the holder of the invitation.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll say that I have given you that information.
All right.
So we don't need an announcement.
No, you do announcing.
I announce for us.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. You want to join the party? You need to be like, you should announce. If you're gonna pretend to be the help and sneak around, you don't really need to be announced. You can just walk in, walk out.
We have a chance to look around a little bit before we let anyone know we're here. But if we want to be able to actually set off our distraction and announce that we're here to do this thing, then that's something you're going to have to do, is what I understand. Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Well, we should come up with a signal when you want to be introduced. You do the signal, and I'll give the grand introduction.
Do we still have the option to have Auric cast something on us to help us?
I will say he can cast a spell to help you.
I was going to ask about that mind link spell.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He's going to actually be more of a thing of, if you get stuck, you can be mind linked to him and each other. He'll be nearby somewhere, probably just following the castle or something. And he can scry or whatever, and then pass on to you. Once if he has to cast another concentration spell, because I believe Mind Link is concentration, it will break and he'll have to just message each of you, or one of you. Sending or whatever.
I also have the message cantrip too, so.
Cool. So, if you need a signal, you can just think very loudly to each other.
Yeah. So brains are linked?
Yes.
We
Cool.
do the shananananana. So when we're ready to go in, signal for introducing can be something about the terrible beastie from the mortal plains, and Tig will go all angry mode and run in. Oh, no. We do gladiator style. Nia go in, and then Tig get angry and go in, and you gladiator fight and tame Tig. Attempt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
I'm very much looking forward to this performance myself.
Yeah.
Lee hasn't seen Nia go blender mode yet.
Yeah, Tig gonna have a quick snack just in case.
Yeah, do that. I'm gonna going through my spells to see what I want to cast on myself real quick.
Alright,
I'm
so
sorry.
we'll say you guys are ascending the stairs
Yeah.
and looking around. You've got a like sort of a long hallway which leads to at the top of the stairs, which leads to like a throne room where if there was and it's not as big, it's not a dining hall, it is literally like a throne room where guests would come to petition or he will talk to a council, and there is a large throne made of the bones of sort of very very big creatures or demons that Bell has vanquished. Where you can hear off to your left, down that way somewhere is the dining hall like wing, and that is where you can. It's sort of got a bit of a sulfur smell, a bit of a rotting smell. When there's some creature which every time it laughs, like heat seems to just emanate out of there. And then the other side seems to be when I say richly appointed, this is still hell and like a sort of like a dark castle. I'll describe the inside as it's it looks like shaped black stone, with a sort of, when you get close to it, the stone actually has a texture that looks like it is old skin, where it is the soul flesh that has formed it has been around so long it's almost sort of getting that sort of like wrinkled old appearance, but it is very very strong, very very tough. And as the more richly appointed thing, you have sort of weapons on the walls, you have suits of armor, you have displays that all go down this corridor towards what you would expect to be maybe more Bell's private sanctums. The kitchens where you can smell food being prepared, which you probably wouldn't want to smell, is all back downstairs under this floor, this massive area.
And so are there lots of people in the throne room? Like, does this seem like where the party is kind of happening, or is this place fairly abandoned?
It's fairly abandoned at the moment. The party's happening down to the left, down to the dining hall wing. The throne room just has a single creature chained to the throne. It is some sort of quadrupedal thing, like wreathed in shadow.
Does it look like it wants to be chained to the throne? Like, does it seem comfortable there, or is it?
It does seem to be like tugging away every now and again, but make a flat intelligence check.
Oh, 16.
Okay. You don't know specifically what it is, but it looks similar to other things that you've heard of or seen from the negative energy plane. He has some sort of bound pet, which is, and the negative energy plane is undeath to the extreme. It's inimical to all life. Maybe not give it a touch.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Don't pat the pet.
No pet pat. Gotcha. Leaf writes that down. And I guess no, just big old sword leaned up against the throne, eh?
You'd have to go further in there to see that. You can kind of like just see, it's a corridor with just like the throne of the pet is all you can see.
Well, we all got our freaky mind link, so what do you say? Do you want to have a look around, just keep in contact, and then if we need to go into the dining hall, then do that thing, or you think we should stick together?
I think we should have a look around on the way, but I thought the distraction would be so one of us could sneak around you, since you're sneaky, more effectively, since more eyes would be on us rather than you.
Yeah. I think the distraction itself will come in if we spot the sword and need to grab it.
We should find the sword first, then see if we need to set it off. Something tells me it might be on him.
As you guys are talking, you hear this sort of just getting closer and closer. A 25-foot tall creature, goat legs, huge wings, like a skull goat head with horns. Almost.
I get down on all fours and start like sneaking forward at this thing like a beast.
He's sort of like fat. He has a scepter in his hand with a skull head. And Leaf, make a quick history check.
History?
Is this
Could I do
who I
religion?
think it is?
Oh god, it might be.
Ugh. History is a 7.
Okay. Can I get you all to make wisdom saves?
No, God, why is it always wisdom saves? I was just getting ready to cast Intellect Fortress on myself. Dang it!
I can't use religion.
Oh my
on
God,
these,
no.
history checks.
I'll let you use religion if you wish for this one.
Okay. Then in that case, it's a 24.
Oh, okay. In that case, yes. So you've heard of this guy before. You might have seen him far off once. This is Orcus, who is a dinner guest. And he's paying you guys no heed. Now, Leaf, did you come in like your full regalia as the Hell Hand, or are you kind of a bit more subdued with a cloak around you and like, you know, not so obviously you?
No, I think I am me. Like, I think he would have come in as the Hell Hand to kind of like, it wouldn't be strange for him to kind of be at this party, I don't think. Or he doesn't think so.
Okay. In that case, Orcus, as he approaches, sort of looks at you, grunts a bit, then looks down the stairs and sees the dead dwarf, and just sort of like raises a hand, almost like very. That wasn't even on screen. Like just very, you know, casually, and the dead dwarf animates and starts pulling itself up the stairs and follows him into the dining hall, to which you hear laughter bellow out. And he does make a comment. Do you speak? I think it's Abyssal. Yes.
No.
Okay.
I would like to call a flashback, if I may,
Yes.
to my previous times here. Now that I'm due to get my free ice cream, and having heard other creatures speak around me, and having gone to the magic shop before where other patrons were at the time discussing things, I've been able to get a rough gauge of some of the things people might be saying.
Do you want to take that a step further and buy a like, as you're sort of like listening into people at this shop, and everyone else is like, everyone's preparing in their own way, you sort of be like, what you say to someone, and like you sort of like start getting a little bit. Maybe you pick up a potion, not of comprehend language, not of everything, but just sort of like it mentally translates a little bit of what you're doing. You are still very dumb. So
yes, I'd like to get a potion of Babelfish, please.
Yeah, cool. Can I get you to make a charisma check of your choice? You can choose the ability, the skill check that it comes from, to sort of like talk to a person and like get them to give you this check and a lesson.
You know what? I'm going to go with intimidation.
Oh, yeah.
Because I love that one so much. Oh, okay.
Why? Yep.
I'm sorry, but I work with children. So that would be a 22.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, this guy's just spitting at you, just like sounds. What do you say to him?
Given that I'm banned from this store for unknown reasons, as we now know, I will basically just grab this guy on the shoulders and turn him towards me. Say that to me again.
He's just sort of like, he wasn't paying attention. You like sort of like try talking to him, and you just like, ugh. And he say in comment, like, what? This isn't Gale. This is a different store. You just walked into a different store. It's like,
Yes.
what? What do you need? What do you want? Just, as you're like sort of like slowly digging a thumb like into this flesh. He's like, what? Sorry. Nice
I
customer.
want you to tell me exactly what you said. Tell me.
And he just reaches under because there's there's no mortal translation, and he gets a little vial out. He's like, drink this. You'll understand.
Thank you.
And as you down it, he expects you to be able to understand everything. Like, what's your intelligence? It's like 5, right?
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, you're a barely sentient plant. So
I'm just an emotional houseplant, guys.
he expects you to be able to like pick things up, and he kind of like says this thing again, and all you hear is roughly, go away, I'm busy. But it's very broken up, like it's almost like hearing it with static.
Yeah.
And that's mostly because you are, even with a potion, almost too dumb to understand the nuance of language.
Yeah. That's okay.
But this will last 24 hours, and this was taken the morning of. So,
Excellent.
as you're hearing something down the hallway, you hear, guess who's here?
Oh, okay.
There's a response, and then, because right now you're getting abyssal, not infernal.
Yeah.
What you hear back from Orcus again is, just wait, the surprise will be worth it.
Okay.
So they know someone's coming. But they don't know.
All right. Okay. Shit.
Yes, Shelby.
You still need the results of that wisdom save.
Yes.
Well, that was a -1.
Did you roll a 1 or a 2?
I rolled a 1. I have a -2
Alright.
modifier. I rolled less than 0.
I rolled a natural
Congratulations.
20.
Alright, you're fine.
You know
And
what? Perfectly
Michael,
balanced as all things should be.
what did you get, Mike?
7.
7.
Oh yeah, I forgot we're both bad wisdom boys, aren't we?
Yeah, I also get a -2.
It's just the fear effect of being around like this close to a demon lord.
That's fair. That's fair.
So
God.
you've gained some
I was
stress.
I was
Okay.
just about to cast Intellect Fortress. I would not have been able to been frightened. Damn it. Can I, in response, cast Intellect Fortress on myself?
Yeah, maybe when he leaves the room and not just like next to him.
Might be a good.
Yeah,
idea.
no, he's gone, and I'm just like,
As you finish shaking,
cast-
you just like, yeah.
Uh,
All right.
I
He's-
just turned to the others and just be like, so he just I think we like they know who one of us is. We're already funny. We're not even in there and we're already funny. So
Well, then we gotta give him a show, don't we? They
yeah.
already know. Them,
They
might-
know someone's here. And big angry man that just went past. Apparently it's going to be so worth it for them to wait for the surprise to see who's here.
What do you want to do, Leaf?
And just to Orcus is like top of the chain of demons, right?
He is. Make a religion check. One more religion check for me.
The Orcus is up there.
Yeah, but this is my world. Let's see.
Are you telling me that Orcus
is-
isn't like as cool as?
It's a
Wow.
28.
Okay, cool. So, Orcus was effectively the god of undeath back in the day. Unfortunately, a new boy rolled into town, became just the uber god of death, and pretty much just said, "You work for me now." And Orcus was like, "I guess so, because you could smite the shit out of me." So, Orcus is still a demon. He still does demony things, but he's also at the beck and call of the god of death, the Endless Lord, who is big and scary. The Endless Lord, as you know, Leaf, consumed the astral plane, eating several gods, realms, and creatures, which is what gave him his power to just be like, I am the god of death now. And everyone was like, yes, you are. No worries, bud. You are. Whatever you want to be, you can be. No one's really fucked with him. He attempted to pull the sun from the sky to make the mortal plane a place of just undead. And it took the combined might of the rest of the gods to stop him doing it.
What a dick.
Yep.
And would I have like fought with Orcus's forces before, like in the Blood War, or?
Yes, for sure. You would have fought against him. That's where you would have seen him fire away, but not really fought him. Just like his low-level lackeys that were like pushing in.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this doesn't change anything. We knew, or I knew. Did I tell you that Orcus was going to be here? I did know. So if not, my bad. But these things slip over my head every once in a while.
Are there any other demon lords that are meant to be in attendance today? I don't know, is the Demigorgon also sitting in there?
But like, not that I know of. But listen, when it comes to the demons, they don't have any rules. They don't have the hierarchy system. They don't deal with invitations.
Oh, I know. I know. I've been to the abyss. I know.
Okay. Well, all I'm saying is don't blame me if there's somebody in there who we weren't expecting.
Yeah, fine. I'm just she's gonna cast intellect fortress on herself, get myself some fortitude against that, because fuck. And I'm actually using a higher slot because I'm going to catch Leaf in it as well.
Yes.
Leaf, did you not go and also get a list, like, you know how when you try to go in towns into a fun party place and they're like, your name not on list, you can't go in. Did you find one of those somewhere that has name of lists of your name is on list so you can go in of the demons at party?
I think I get what you're saying. No, I did not. But
well, you
such
suck.
A list. Excuse me?
You all your smarts and brains, and you nothing to get name of list.
Well, okay. If someone told you that I had a lot of smarts and brains, you have been misled. But if you think this list, I agree with you. I think that's a good idea to read that list. I would say that list, because nobody has stopped us yet, I think that list probably exists at the threshold of that next room. So I can do my darndest to try and get that.
Okay. I believe in you. You can do it.
Mike, just so you know, you now have resistance to psychic damage and advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws.
Nice. Thank you.
Okay.
I need that.
Yeah, so I upcasted it, so me and Mike are both
Yep.
under the effect of Intellect Fortress.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Which way are you going? Left, forward, or right? Left to the party, forward through the throne room, or right to his private areas? I could have worded that better.
Yeah.
Do we not do phrasing anymore? Yeah.
Well, I can do my best to try to grab that list so that we at least know who we're dealing with when we go inside.
Mm-hmm. And you can just tell us, through the mind link. Don't even have to be near us.
But he also has to introduce us, doesn't he?
Yeah, but like he can tell us in our heads.
Oh yeah, he can look at
list,
then do the Shannon.
Which way are you going there, Leaf?
So I'll go towards the dining hall.
I will
Okay.
follow.
As you go towards it, you see that there are a number of creatures and guests standing around a table of sorts. You can't quite see what's on the table right now, and there is an imp floating in the hallway with a scroll. Who is, you know, the person with the list. If you enter this hall, everyone's going to know that you're now there at the party to be at the party. So it's up to you if you want to go further forward or investigate other things first, or if you're just going to try to like get eyes on the list.
I'm going to quickly mind link a message to the party. Tig is meant to be the beastie. Should someone not like lock Tig up somewhere or like chain Tig to door so Tig can pretend to be beastie ready to go in? Because Tig walking around like person kind of right now, so not the best idea.
Nia's going to respond back to you saying, I have 50 feet of rope.
Okay, do that. Quick, just put pretend act on.
Yeah.
Tig now going to pretend to start struggling and rah, and then start putting on an act. Like I want to.
Yeah, Nia's just going to try and, I guess, faux lasso the wild Tig.
And I'll just start like kind of semi thrashing at it with my antlers.
This imp is just like watching you like, who might you be? As he floats towards you, like his wings fluttering.
My name is Jarvis. I should be on the list there, Jarvis.
And he sort of looks down at it and make a perception check, Leaf. This is quite a high one. You'll be able to get all the names though if you can get high enough.
I doubt it. 16.
Okay. You see that there's no Jarvis on the list as a quick down. But you do oddly see your name is on the list, but only you. Like there was no guests, no entertainers, nothing. Just Alcuin Hellhand. Like perhaps Bell expected you, since you were Despader's right-hand man. It's like there's an open invitation for you here. Do anything otherwise would be disrespectful in Despader's realm. But yeah, you are on the list, nothing else. It's like, no Jarvis here.
I think I'm on there. Give that thing another couple scans.
I'm
just gonna turn around and walk away while he does.
I'm still thrashing about and everything. I would like to swipe at him. Not the intention of actually hitting the imp, but just to.
Maybe like you try to swipe at it and he like grabs your arm like real quick.
Hold up. When you like give a couple scans, you roll a 1 to be like very intently doing it, so he's not paying attention. If you want to swipe at him and hit him, you could do it.
Yeah.
He's not paying any attention.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
roll
it.
with advantage.
I'll let you do this. Fuck yeah.
Okay. 26.
Roll for damage.
Oh, he said the thing.
He said the thing.
He said the thing.
He said the thing.
We need to like get an emoji in the chat that just says now roll for damage.
I will look up how much hit points this poor imp has. I feel like he's exploded.
2.
Imp 5e.
They don't have a lot typically.
No, I'm pretty sure he just exploded. 10 hit points. You tripled his hit points. I'm just going to say that
he's super dead.
You splattered as these two start walking away. You swipe down, and you're like rah, rah, and you just sort of like without paying attention, you're just like pulling an imp apart and just like leaving pieces behind you. And then you've got the scroll, and you two only turn around when you hear this as she starts ripping the piece of paper.
Oh, tick.
We love hell. We love hell not. We love
Can I
hell.
try to get the list from her?
We love hell.
Okay. You have the list. And you're going to make me go through this, so you're going to have to wait a moment while I find the notes for it. But in the meantime, explore the rest of the place. Since the imp is exploded.
Yay.
All right. Well, okay. So we know there's a couple of big names in there. I didn't see anything super important on that list. So, I mean, the sword wasn't against the throne, so it's
No.
either.
It's got to be on him.
Bells.
If he's at a big dinner party, it only makes sense that he be wearing what is the symbol of his status.
Yeah, like Tig has mantle, so he probably has sword. So
Nia like points to her sword that she doesn't, the long sword on her hip that she doesn't use. Like these are symbols largely. Even if he's not using it anymore, it's a symbol of who he is. So he's probably got it on him just to show his status, especially if he's got demons here. I don't know. I don't know if hell noble etiquette is different than above noble etiquette, but you know, both of them kind of suck. So I kind of feel like they would go hand in hand.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
well, if
decorate.
that's the case, should we even bother checking the rooms, or do you want to just head right in?
Head in maybe, but checklist, and then
Check
decide.
the list.
But Tig got, I think, probably a good idea to decorate before we go in for entertainingness. So I'm gonna use all of these, and I'm gonna hold up all the viscera and the bones and stuff from the imp.
Decorate.
I feel like I would be remiss if I didn't do this for Sean, where he's just like, please check around for scrolls, books, any information, just a quick glance. As he's poor Sean's like, you're in the place where I could get lots of info, and you're like, nah, we won't look around. So I'm just doing this for Sean.
He would be doing that.
But well, I mean, my response
I'll make
is,
it. I'll
don't
make
you
it
have
pretty...
arcane eye?
I mean, yeah, he can, but if he casts a concentration spell, you lose mind link.
So that is true.
I won't make, because I know this is not what you guys want to do. I won't make it last too long, but it lets you have just a peek so that Sean's not like motherfuckers next week. Just tell me, and like there's a lot of this place to explore, but I'll just say you guys choose like 2 places, 3 places, and you can just go have a look.
All right. Well, listen, just for due diligence, I think we should just walk into, one of these rooms, maybe Bell's private chambers, if we can get in there. And, just in case he's got it tucked under the mattress, and then it's bam, easy. Then it's just humiliating, right? And walking in with his sword could be pretty humiliating. I don't know. Yeah,
but that would also initiate a fight immediately, probably. But yeah, no, we can do that. I forgot I didn't take invisibility. That idea's out the window.
Okay, so if you go, so in front of you is, like I said, throne room. Down to the right, there are, I'll say three doors. One at the end of the hallway, one to the left. Right, as you're going down to the right, it'll be left, right, forward. So, there's 4 total doors up here that you can go through.
Are there any that are clearly indicative of a study or a library? Like, I don't know, fancy French doors.
I will say that one has a weird smell coming from it. One has, and by weird I mean like just disgusting, rotten sewerage sort of smell.
Not opening that door.
Another one has a smell of, especially to you, Nia, like chemicals and magic. And another one, you don't really get any kind of sense from. It's just like a plain door.
Chemicals and magic sounds interesting.
I like
that. Sounds like something. That sounds like something Auric would like. I'm mostly just looking for shit I can dump in the bag of holding and throw at him later. So
okay.
I like the sound of the room of like it's like rotting. You said
yes, rotting and sewerage. Of course, you'd like that.
Okay. While I'm Nia, did you end up putting that like lasso on Tig? Yep. Okay. While we're patrolling around, I'm mind linking to all of you as Tig. While we patrol around, Tig going to be very Tig going to call upon the spirit of Nissa and try to be a bit more from Feifei. So Tig, sorry if Tig doesn't actually talk, but Tig going to be a bit strange. But Tig still love you all.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, whatever it takes to get in character. I understand that's important. Everyone's got their process.
Okay. And I'm just gonna start basically prowling around everywhere and going a bit more into Tig's animalistic side, letting go of the wild elf aspect and going a bit more with the my totem.
Okay. So as you're sort of like doing that, as you're sort of like looking around, like sniffing in and like creeping around a bit, Twig's next to you and he's just folded in half, is smushing his face across the floor, and you can hear like you can see little like puffs of dust and cinders as he's trying to like sniff out things. He's trying to be helpful. And then there's this very, very faint and you see your little cat come trotting up.
Oh no, cat was left behind.
Hold up. Come trotting up, and Twig jumps on its back and is like riding just up and down the hallways and around the place a little bit. He will be safe because Twig's got control of him, and Twig is special.
Okay, good. My cat's not dying here.
Yeah.
Twig protect.
So he fancies himself a little investigator knight right now, riding around on magic dragon cat. So you want to look in the smelly room there, Tig.
Oh yeah.
God.
And which one are you going
Tig's
into?
Going beastie.
You want to go into the magic one, Nia?
Oh yeah, I feel weird magic in this room. I want to go in this room. Seems like an auric room.
Okay, well then, Leaf, I guess pick one of the other two rooms, and we'll just have a quick 1, 2, 3 in each.
Yeah, just he just lets them go, and then just kind of like looks between the two and is like, "Nah, it's as good as any," and just goes into one of them.
Yeah. Did you want the end of the hall or the throne room for you to just poke your head into?
I'll do the end of the hall.
Okay. Tig, we'll go with first. You open the door, and there's this pit that seems to go down. You don't know how deep, and it's filled with maggots with toothless mouths. And around the edge of the far edge of the pit, crawling out of it, are these disgusting creatures that inside them look to have things like imps growing in them.
So this is basically like where the imps are born.
Seems like.
Yeah. Okay. Toothless mouth, you said.
Yeah. The creature that is crawling out are sort of like this. So yeah, the maggots have toothless mouths, and they're just like swarming all over each other. And every now and again, you'll see, just from the roof, something sort of like drop in, and it's like a screaming, one of those like little baby soul things just in, and it gets devoured, and then this thing comes out the other side. It looks like it's made of clay, in the shape of like, like a, I guess a person without legs. The bottom half is just like spooling across the floor, like, and the arms are malformed and keep falling up into itself and then like coming out. And inside is the growing shape of something. An imp. It looks like a devil, but you're not quite sure what type.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'll just do a general circle of the room, like sniffing and kind of getting all grubby and dirty in this room and smelling disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any form of like food or carcasses around?
Not that you can see.
No? All right. Okay, I guess I'll leave the room then.
Okay. Nia, you find a study. All of the books are behind some very thin, like green glass that makes you feel sick to go near it. But there's a couple scrolls on the. Yes, you would sneeze when you go near it. That's correct. Good role playing. You don't have to say sorry for good role playing. It's okay.
I didn't mean to do that right into my mic.
Good role playing. There's a scroll that's unfurled, and it looks to be a map of the 9 hells, showing locations of portals and gateways between different layers. There's 2 little letters as well that have seals on them you don't recognize, like 2 like actual envelopes that have letters inside, which have been given to Belle, are meant to be sent from Belle. You're not sure, but they are there. That's the 3 things on the desk. If you want to get to a book, you either have to break a lock or break the glass.
Nope, fuck that, because I'm not causing a scene right now. I'm not risking us getting caught. I want to swipe that map and get out of here.
Nothing else? Just the map?
Quick. Yep, I don't want to risk it with the letters because I don't know what those are. Map of the 9 hells, though, will be really helpful if we're going further down.
Okay.
I'm just going to mind link to everyone what I saw in the other room as well.
Yep.
Just sort of like mentally, like, this is what I've seen here. Nothing interesting.
That's fucked up.
Do you do the same thing, Nia?
Nia says, found a map. Couple envelopes too, but I'm not sure I want to take those.
I don't think mine lets you see, it just lets you describe, right?
Yeah, it's literally, it just gives us all telepathy.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, okay. So, Leaf, before you hear this, we'll go through what's in the room you found. You find what seems to be an arming chamber for Bell and his generals. There are some oversized, because they're for pit fiends, so they're very, very large sorts of armor, weapons, but Bell's weapon is in here. There is an illusory sort of bubble which has the sword in it, and it is a big sword, and its flames are like so bright that it's almost like a light bulb as opposed to flames. They're just like solid light coming out of it.
I found the sword.
You found an illusion of the sword.
Oh, it's an illusion of the sword.
Illusory.
I thought
It's like a placeholder.
Yeah. Just slowly spinning in space.
It's just the indicator where, like, in the video game where it tells you have to place this item here. It just gives you, like, the outline.
Shut up, Shelby.
I'm not wrong.
Tig's like, what's a video game?
And as you hear, you know,
Shelby,
I got a couple letters here, but I don't want to touch them. But I found a map, and you hear Tig say about the pit. Make a, if you wish, you can make a let's check. Don't forget, guys, you have flashbacks that can help you learn things or know things or whatever to let you
saving it.
Yeah,
I'm saving it.
But yeah, make a religion check, Mike.
Religion check. Oh, geez, the lowest I can roll, 24.
Wow. Okay. That pit that he shouldn't have. It is used to make new devils. They're at the bottom of Avernus, and where what tends to happen is the creatures that you saw flying around tend to want to torment souls and eventually drop them into a pit this maggot pit, and from that, lemurs come out, which are like
Lemurs.
the lowest level of devil, this clay fiend, which eventually can grow to be an imp, bone devil, and become pit fiends by the end of it if they are strong enough. But they're meant to be like a naturally forming thing on Avernus. There's maybe one or two others in the entirety of the Hells, but there should not be one in Bell's Castle, since that is a way to make an army.
So, like, strictly against the rules, not even, like, just unnatural, but bad.
There's not even clear rules on it. It's just that there shouldn't, like, you don't even know how there could be one here. It doesn't make sense that there is one here.
And when I'm looking at this armory, does it look like it's an armory for an army?
More like just for his generals. So
Okay.
maybe 10 pit fiends, which is, enough to take out a mortal army, but maybe not, the endless tides of demons and stuff.
Well, we got an armory here, but I think this stuff might be a bit too big even for Tig.
So what does all this mean? I say telepathically.
Did you share the information about the pit not supposed to be, like, that shouldn't be here?
I think definitely if it's, like, attached to Leaf's mind, he would be thinking that. Like, gee, well, he should not have that. That's,
So Jingle Bell trying to build an army.
Yeah. Might be something you want to tell your boss?
Who does
Leaf?
Bell work for? Because if Despedo trying to make him humiliated probably does not work for Bell. And didn't Bell used to run something big, or Bell did and now doesn't have that? Maybe trying to make it again?
it's possible Bell used to run Avernus.
Doesn't Zariel run Avernus now?
Now, yeah.
You actually know that's not the case. Something called Barbatos does, the worm that walks. You actually have information about Zariel, where she's gone, what she's done.
Okay.
That's only Leaf knows that though.
Okay.
Okay, well, maybe we talk about it later.
Yeah, this is good information to take back with us, but I think we have a sword to steal and an act to put on.
Yeah.
As you leave, I'll just say, Mike, you can throw your head into each room just to quickly gauge what's in there, because you'll have a better knowledge being from here. Just make just 2 perception checks, one for the left, one for the right.
They put a message in your Discord.
14 and a 20.
Okay, so the 14 shows the pit. You don't really get a good inkling of how many beings this could spit out. There's no really, if you feel like if you had a bit more knowledge on it, it would help, but you just don't have enough time to sit there and look. On the right, you see the desk with letters, which is your 20, and all you'll see is, as you quickly look in, the letters have a wax seal. One is from Moloch and one is from Mephistopheles.
Yoink.
Oh, okay. So you just jump in, grab, throw them in your back pocket, and then I guess you're heading off to the party.
Yeah.
Okay.
We go do a funny.
Okay. Let me just see what Shelby did done.
I second Shelby's.
You have a cat demanding food. we will take a
And
5-minute
she
break.
will eat you if you don't let me go feed her.
We have a 5-minute break, and then we will be back. Thank you for being patient with their wandering around, and we'll see you all in a moment.
See you soon.
Break. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Roll for Damage. We are halfway through the episode of our Hellbound arc, where they are trying to steal the sword of a big ol' archdevil. They've done some exploring, they've stolen some stuff, they've met a party guest known as Orcus. I'm sure everyone knows who that is. So they're about to enter the dining hall. You walk past the corpse of the poor little imp that you killed.
I think Tig
No,
has
we
the corpse
don't.
in her
I'm
hand
wearing
right
it.
now.
There's bits on the floor.
Oh yeah, bits on the floor, yeah.
But I'll say, Leaf, you walk in first. And the first thing you see is on the dining table is a staked out elf and a staked out tiefling, which have tubes going into their neck, which appear to have some sort of red alchemical liquid going into them, keeping them alive and healing them as the guests eat from their innards, just pulling out pieces and eat.
Oh, okay.
What do you say as you walk in?
That's why I don't eat house food.
I think I will actually kind of turn and like give a thumbs up to the other two, like you're feeling good.
I'm being a beastie.
Yeah,
I'll do a double
like,
thumbs up.
Yeah. And then Leaf says, "Yeah, okay, I'll bring you up thusly. I'll see if I can get an eye on that sword. And then I'm just gonna cast Thunderstep."
Okay. And because I know you had the list, apart from Bell himself, there is Orcus, someone called Hobber, someone called Skarnak, Arkanson, the Hellhand, and Mephistopheles is on the list, but he is not there that you can see. There are currently 5 guests and Bell.
Oh, that's all okay. Yeah, so I will like kind of tip my hat at Nia and Tig, and then like take a step backwards, and as he does, the floor kind of engulfs him in like lightning and lava, and a huge lightning bolt just arcs into the room and explodes, and Leaf is standing there in the middle of the room and says, "All right, well, I mean, you can all get started now that I'm here."
There is deadpan looks from 2 of them. Orcus and Skarnak laugh, and Bell just glowers at you.
Bell, long time no see, fancy shindig. Haven't been in this place before. A lot of surprises, I gotta say.
What do you mean, Hellhand? He still like seems sick of your shit.
You know what I mean. And then like makes his way over and sits at the table. Is there like a chair for him, or?
It's, well, these creatures are all very large. It's not really like a sitting thing. They're all kind of standing
just kind
around.
of milling about.
And whatever conversation they were having has stopped now that you're here.
And I said, now don't stop on account of me. You know, it's just the formalities. Catch me up. What are you talking about?
The current state of things. You know, the blood war, memories, it's over now, and how we're going to handle the horsemen.
Oh, this is a strategy meeting, is it?
Well, you know, everyone's handling the horsemen in their own way. We are... Yeah. What do you feel about the current management?
Myself, of the management of the Hells or the Horsemen?
Yes.
Both. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I mean, in Hell, I think some great decisions have been made in the past little while. In particular, like definitely nodding at Bell in this situation. Um,
Make a. You can choose the charisma check you want to make here, to like kind of like subtly insult him in front of the guests.
I'm gonna do. Can I do performance?
That is what you're doing here, right? You're like, I'm happy you got kicked out of Avernus.
Yes, yeah, it is, and that is a nat 20 for a 31 total.
Hey!
There is
Leaf knows how to
snickering
burn.
from Orcus and this like giant devil toad who you assume is Hobble. Where Skarnak looks to this other pit fiend who is bearing the mark of Mephistopheles but is not Mephistopheles. You can make a religion check if you want to see who this is. And you cannot roll lower than a 24 if I remember correctly.
Oh, that was a nat 1 actually, so that is the one exception.
You sort of look at him and you're like, you can't quite remember the name. He's like, my name is Hatishin.
Sorry, say that again. Hatishin?
Hatishin.
Hatishin. Nice to meet you, Hatishin. You're with Mephistopheles by that mark emblazoned into your body.
Nods. This is a very, very powerful pit fiend. It is definitely someone that's risen to like the rank of Archdevil, even if he's not one of the Dukes of Hell. And he has just a huge maul that he carries in one hand. It's almost as tall as he is. He's about 14 feet tall.
It's like, if we can to say who we are, then I, as Despater, would like to welcome you, Mephistopheles, to this dinner here tonight. I hope you're having a wonderful time.
All of them look to you as you say, as Despater. We had the open invite to make sure that one of Despater's finest generals could attend. You know how you like to mingle. We did not realize you were here as Despater.
I'm only joking. I'm saying we're in a similar situation. He's got the mark. I'm the hand. Waving the hand.
So you're not here as Despater, and you can see the tension is like quite high around the room right now.
And he's kind of taking that in, looking around, being like, "Would that be a problem? Are we saying things that perhaps Despater would not like to hear?" Because I say, I like to mingle, and I love to talk, love to gossip.
Apart from my changing in appointments, what else do you think of the management?
Well, I don't know. I think in general, anybody who comes to Hell ends up exactly where they deserve to be, by someone's frame, anyway.
We were talking about the ruling family.
Well, I don't travel to quite the heights that y'all do.
You have no feelings one way or another for Glacia, father, or potentially their pet administrator?
Strong feelings. I mean, most people don't talk to me unless they want something from me. We don't really get buddy.
What do you want, Hellhand?
I got what I want. Just my quiet corner. People to generally leave me alone, and every once in a while to attend a fine shindig, such as this. And like the whole time I'm talking to Bell, I'm kind of trying to like angle myself to see if he's holding his sword, like if it's around him.
Make a perception check.
Oh, This is such an important skill, and I'm so
I
bad
mean,
at it.
remember that you can add a point to stress to get advantage.
That's a 14.
Okay. You can't seem to see it on him.
And in my mind, like while I'm conversing, just saying, I do not have eyes on the sword in here.
Orcus sort of leans forward, like, "Who is that waiting in the wing?"
Ah, you must be talking about our fine entertainment.
They all look to
this
each other
is-
quite happily.
Yeah, I thought that you might like something like that, and everybody should know that the Hell Hand never shows up anti-Hell Handed, and turns around and says, "May I introduce to you the wondrous Nia and the horrid beast of the Fae, Tig."
And as Nia comes running in,
Yeah, Nia comes strutting in, holding the rope with Tig.
I'm gonna be like pulling back on it, like I don't want to go, like snarling and swiping and
Get going, come on.
like
make a
I'm
performance check, Tig.
I'm going full on. I'm okay. I would like to be looking back on all the moments where I've gone full rage, disarmed, played, and sort of getting into the headspace. And I'm gonna to my party, like, again, Tig, so sorry. But Tig have to think of something pretty bad right now. And I'm going to be thinking of Magic Man.
Are you going to be using the stress point to get advantage?
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to do? All right.
Yeah, I'm going full on Magic Man
Yep.
memories.
Roll your advantage.
I have one question for Shro.
Yes.
Because I imagine this is just something we already established, and I don't want to make a big deal of it.
Mhm.
Is Tig okay with Nia having to knock her out if Tig goes too far?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, this is not with the intention of I want to utterly kill the party. This is
I've got a few things I think that can hold you.
yeah, this is
Okay.
Tig has discussed with you, like, if you need to knock her out.
What did you roll?
19 on the dice.
Okay. You sort of drop into this, like, sort of feral state.
25.
Start growling, clawing the floor, ripping up some of the marble on the floor, and you hear Bell sort of, he leans back. Well, this will be entertaining. A fight to the death between tamer and beast. Well,
And
get to it.
Shannon, not to the death. Tell him you're keeping
You're
something for a
raging.
prize.
If you want to give thoughts out, I want
that's
you to
right. Yeah, I
roll your
can't.
wisdom save.
Oh God, I'm so sorry. I thought my mic was muted.
That's fine.
And it
Didn't hear
wasn't.
that.
Save. 20.
Was that with advantage?
Yes.
Then you'll be using another stress point.
Okay, then no.
Roll one dice.
So stay on the table. Never mind.
Okay, how bad was it?
Natural 1.
That's a stress point anyway.
Sorry, guys.
You are feeling the rage take over you as, like, the situation here and Hell's influence is really pressing in on both you and the Hell Hand at the moment are having trouble here.
Okay.
Nia will send a blip out to everyone with a mind link saying, I'll just knock her out. I'll make it look like she's dead. I can stabilize her. It'll be okay.
Roll for initiative. And
Here we
then
go.
as they start to square up to fight each other, Belle walks around to you, Leaf, and will give you 5 soul gems. Like, For the loss of one of your entertainers. 10 more if we can hunt the victor.
Well, we should wait to see what kind of state they're in before we make such. Do you have a washroom of some kind?
Yes, you can go to the kitchens if you need to.
Great. Yeah, sorry. This is the Mortal Plane stuff. I know you all tend to just go wherever and kind of makes his way.
Okay.
I rolled
So
a
16?
7.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, I rolled real bad.
I rolled a 17. So.
All right. So what's going to happen is at the end of every initiative round, Mike, you get to like say what you're going to do, and I'll tell you how long it takes you to get there. I imagine once you leave the hall where they can see you, it's like run, like quickly got to get places.
Like I'm pretty sure the sword isn't in this room, so I'm just like, I gotta go find it.
I will create a distraction as long as I can for you, buddy.
Okay. Tig looks like she's about to pounce. What are you doing, Nia?
First thing Nia is going to do is click and cast Blur on herself.
Okay. And Tig looks like she's like frothing from the mouth, but now it's like bloody sap.
Mm-hmm. Well, until Tig knocks my concentration off, she has disadvantage to hit me.
Go for it. Yep.
And Nia is going to just walk forward and give two quick decisive swipes with her sunblade.
Yep. Make your attacks.
Oh, oof. I'm sorry, Tig. That was a 29 to hit.
It hits.
Okay. And that's a 24 to hit.
Yep. So that's two attacks out. They both hit. Roll your damage as you've kind of like try to like swipe twice at her chest.
That's 14 points of radiant and then 9 points of radiant.
Okay.
Granted, I am trying to make sure that any damage I do that might be lethal be non-lethal. I am aiming to knock out.
So
I'm not against drawing blood, but if she starts looking like she's
did you get?
That's 23.
You gain 23 temporary hit points for your a tree, and this is the Sun Blade, having the opposite effect it would have.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nia.
Right.
Can she see that?
You see that she like leaves and flowers start sprouting, and she like some of her cracks. She seems to like gain strength. You would be worried that if you kept doing this, you'd actually somehow make Tig stronger than she was at the start of this. You might need to fight something else.
As she hits me with the sun damage, I just like grow, and then I like roll my shoulders and get ready to go.
Yeah,
I'm kind of okay with this because this makes the actual fight look cooler. I'm going to roll with this and try to make this look like it was intentional.
Nice.
And I want to use, I guess, would you consider throwing my weapon away a free object interaction?
Yeah, you can do that. Just yeet it to the corner.
Yeah. No, I want to make it look like that's exactly what I intended to do, and I yeet it off to the side. And
all of the devils and demons, fiends, don't like that blade. Where you throw it, they all like move to the side because radiant to unholy things, not great.
And I'll say for flavor, Nia is currently reaching for her other rapier, but she hasn't drawn it yet. That is the end of my turn, though.
Tig, go ballistic. Since you started your rage before the combat, you still have a bonus action as well.
Yep. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna bonus act. Sorry.
Are you gonna recklessly attack? By the way.
Yes.
Like your usual.
Yeah. I'm going rage, reckless attack, great weapon mastery. I'm doing the whole shebang.
There will be a flat roll then because I have blur on. You have disadvantage to hit me.
Yeah.
no
That's why I was just making sure of.
I need battle music.
We have music going. It's just a bit more solemn.
19. Dirty 20 to hit.
That does not hit.
Oh, okay. So first one failed.
Next attack.
Nia's got a 21 AC. So.
Yep. 26, 27 to hit.
That hits.
That hits. Okay. And damage. 29 damage on the first one. Using my TIG arm. I'm going for your gut when I go. I'm going to full on like lunge.
Don't forget, you've only got 2 attacks at the moment.
Yep. So lunge slash. With my bonus action, I'd like to sweep her leg and make her prone.
You don't have an attack as a bonus action, so you won't be able to do that.
Can I use movement then?
No. You if you move, you just move away from her. But
okay, no
she does take 29 points of damage, which is massive for a player to take.
Yep.
And with my bonus action then, I'll actually... Nah, sorry. Never mind. I'm not going to use it.
Cool. Out of time
Moving
for you.
away.
So...
I rolled a con check. I still have blur up.
What is your con save at?
Well, I rolled a 19. I have a +9 to con. And I only took 29 points of damage, and the DC
halves,
for that
right?
is like halves, right?
Yeah, I forgot. But it was full thing. Alright, Leaf, you've left. You've as the combat started, you've kind of like got to the end of the hallway, and you've just ducked around the corner, so you can now move like faster.
Yeah, so he's like making his way down the hallway, and he's like, "Yeah, show him, give him what's for. This is the entertainment as promised." And then as soon as he clears the corner, he's just like,
Let's go, Leaf!
It reminds me of when Leaf like ran out to Yako's boat. This is just that again.
Yeah. I'm running to the throne room.
Okay. Unless you use your feline agility, you won't be able to get into it until next turn.
I will use it, yeah.
So you pretty much just like crazy cat zoomies, claws out like down the hallway, around up the wall a little bit. It's like bouncing like, and then you like just skidding in, and there's a like you just tear the rug or the carpet that goes up towards the throne, which is all like the flesh of like devils and mortals that he's slain. You start to tear all that. And floating in a thick green abyssium block is the sword, and the abyssium is kind of dulling its light, so that's why you couldn't see it. Abyssium is effectively a sort of like, it's kind of like uranium, but glass.
Okay.
Depleted uranium glass. It's very tough. But that's where he keeps his weapons. He just like slid like shit as you look at it.
Yeah. And I think that would be all my action and everything. So.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you hear them taking bets around you. They want to see your skull split. What are you doing?
You know what? We're gonna do this.
I'm digging this battle music. I hope chat likes it. It's kind of...
I'm not getting any battle music. It's still the same for me. Sad about it. Tig, make me a wisdom save, please.
You got it. Come on, be nice to me. 15.
You failed. You are now held personed. Because I have quicken spell to hold person. I have dropped concentration on blur, and I'm holding you in place.
Nice.
Well done.
I have to do this from Southworth Sheiks. I don't have Nia's other sword, but that's fine because it's the same to hit. Nia's going to take her other sword out and start wailing on you. Because I have 2 actions. Yep. So we have 1. Well, that was a natural 1. So I'm. Wait, no, it's at advantage because you're held personed, right?
Yeah.
Well. I'm doing this in the D&D Beyond chat so that we have transparency. I rolled a natural 1 and then a natural 20, so nice. Sorry, Tig.
It's okay.
That wasn't that bad. It's 15 points of piercing for the first.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It is a +1 sword, so it's magical piercing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that
doesn't
negates your stuff. Yeah.
Damage.
Yeah, so 21 to hit for the second one.
Yep.
And that is 12 points of piercing, and then she's going to move her movement to move at least 30 feet away.
Okay.
And wait to see if Tig can break.
When does she get
she's
to
doing
make
that lion tamer like ebb and flow. I think it's on her turn at the end of her turn.
end of
Hold
her
on.
turn?
Let me fact check that real quick, but I'm pretty sure it's end of her turn. It's been a while since I've cast Whole Person and actually had somebody have that chance. So one sec. So sorry, I should have had this already queued up at the end of each of its turns. So yeah,
Okay.
Tig loses a turn.
So Tig, just roll a wisdom save, and you can get advantage by gaining more stress.
20.
You've broken it.
That
You've
is
broken it, but your
without
turn is the over.
advantage or with advantage?
That is without advantage.
Okay.
My DC's 18, so you
Cool.
got
Cool.
her.
All right. Leaf, what you doing?
He's standing there just like looking at the glass, and he's just gonna like close his eyes and touch it.
Your hand feels like it's melting from this like necrotic feeling. If you leave your hand there much longer, it will start to actually eat away at it.
Yeah, and he like, immediately is like, "Ah, damn it! Oh, of course it eats your hand."
And as you've touched it, it just starts rising in the air to being 10 feet off the ground.
No. Okay. No touching. I get it. All right. And then I think he just is looking around the room, and then his eyes just lock with the negative energy beast, and he's like, "Here, puppy. Here, puppy."
Okay. What do you want to use for this? Do you want to use like a flashback saying you got prepped, or do you want to use just a skill check roll? What would you like here?
Yeah, I'll use a flashback that like on the way out he just like grabbed a comically large like dog bone.
like the whole like steak or something. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, he's just got or it's a
haunch of
flashback
meat,
to
yeah.
inside the dining hall, and he just grabs a full steak off the table as he makes his way out.
All right. So you have an elf steak with a bit of rib bone attached to it, because they were people. And as you walk in there, yeah, do an animal handling check.
That's a 19 minus 2, which is 17.
Hopefully it is a dog.
All right. You have to choose one of these traumas, but
Okay.
you do actually manage to get its attention and have it thing, and it sort of like sits there, and as it darts forward, you see this like, it's like a massive sort of like Doberman, but it's got no skin. The shadows that come around it, it is negative energy, and it doesn't seem to be affecting the floor. But yeah, it's like it's constantly eating and healing the skin in it. So it's like just the skull and fleshy eyes sitting there. But yes, you have gained yourself one trauma, friend.
Only one.
One whole traumatic experience as you're like, oh god, I hope this worked, and it like darts forward and breaks its chain to get to the stake. So you can choose one of those whenever you wish and start. I don't even have to tell me if you want. You can just start role playing one of those out a bit more.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to.
So, yes, he breaks out, and you start feeding. And as it comes forward, and that like the negative energy touches your hand, where the skin on the back of your hand was in this like cloud, it's just gone. It's just you start leaking like from your hell hand, like Ico, and seeing like the flesh and bone underneath, and being like, oh shit, that is really dangerous.
So I think my goal is to kind of like hold the stake in front of the cube, and then just like pull it out of the way at the last second, so they like hit each other.
You're like a lion tamer with steak in a cube. All right.
Yeah. And a negative energy lion.
I'll say that'll have to be your next turn because he's like broken out with this thing. Okay.
Cool.
Actually, yeah. No. Type to me in between turns what trauma you're taking. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I need Tig to make me another wisdom save.
Fuck off.
Normal or advantage, Tig? Which one are you doing?
Normal.
Yep.
Wisdom save?
Yep.
19.
Well, you made it, so you're only
pass.
taking half this damage. But I'm casting Mind Spike on you as a bonus
Oh, I love
action.
Mind Spike.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to think psychic damage, maybe. It might not heal you and cause you to accidentally kill me. Where is my dice rolly? This is... D&D Beyond is not made well for dyslexics. It's really not. Like, this is not a dyslexia-friendly font.
There are
There it
so
is.
many words. I don't even have dyslexia. I can't pay attention to D&D Beyond.
All right, so you take half of 27.
Okay, no worries.
Alright. So you throw your hand out, and this almost invisible like spike just smashes Tig in the front of her head. Her head rocks back, she takes the damage, then her eyes just lock on you with rage.
Yeah, well, Nia still has her action.
Yep.
And so I'm going to use that action to hit you with an Eldritch Blast while I'm away from you, and you're about to get hit with 4 blasts.
Yep. Roll it.
I
Because-
would like to call a flashback
Yes.
to my
Interesting.
battle with Magic Man, where he
Yes.
sent a sphere of annihilation at me.
Alright, so generally these flashbacks are meant to be used to prepare, not just remember past events like this.
Oh, okay, because I was going to say I kind of know what to look out for, so I would like to take a dodge.
You're already, because of what it is, you're already going to be only taking half damage because you have resistance. So
okay. It's more I'm not able to use the flashback as a preparing thing, am I? No, okay, that's fine. No worries then. My bad.
it has to be preparing in the terms of like going
Yeah.
and talking to someone, or like
No
you do with the
problem.
potion.
All right, sorry, I misunderstood.
That's okay. All right, make your 4 attacks all at once just to make it faster.
I just did.
Hit me.
That was a 23, a 26, a 23, and a 24.
Yeah, we'll hit.
Fuck off.
All right,
Just-
hold on.
Add up all the damage and then just tell us what it is in one total.
Just give me the total.
I'm on it. I just have to roll it.
As
Alright,
4
so that's
roiling
19.
blasts of
25,
icy dark magic smash into it.
25 plus 39 points of damage.
Halved.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
So 20 points of damage. Or 19 points of damage.
Yeah.
All right. Tig. Angry Tig. You have just been blasted again and again and again with hostile magic. What are you doing?
Okay,
Sorry,
bracing
just have
myself
to
for
make
this
sure I
one.
got my numbers correct. Cool.
And you roll an advantage with all these attacks now.
Yep. Awesome. All right. So I've just been smacked with all this
Seems so
stuff.
happy to be killing Nia.
No, it's because I'm fighting. All right.
I was
taking
gonna spar
all
with
these
one of these
attacks.
barbarians eventually, and I'm happy I'm doing it.
I'm gonna dig my claws into the ground and just propel myself at her. Going to attack with a claw hand.
Uh-huh.
Basically spear tackling, literally, with myself as the spear.
Yep.
Aiming for her gut again. 19. Sorry. So 30 to hit on the first one.
Yeah.
Second attack would be a 22 to hit.
I'm deciding if I want to shield that. I think I'm going to shield that. The second
Okay.
one, I'm going to cast shield.
All right, so the
Okay,
first
so-
one hits.
Yep.
You want-
So as your hand just like
Oh.
goes fingers deep into your guts, Nia. How much damage?
Okay. 22, 34 damage.
What kind of damage?
Slashing.
Slashing? Got it.
Magical
34?
slashing, but yeah.
Yeah, magical slashing. Yeah.
I'm
I've
resistant.
gone-
I'm resistant to a couple things. That's why I was asking.
Awesome. All right, so I've gone straight for the gut. Has it embedded in her?
It has, but that doesn't
Okay.
mechanically do anything because you haven't like initiated a grapple or anything like that.
You
Yeah.
also got shielded on your second attack, so I'd
Yeah.
imagine your claws bounced off my
Yeah.
shield.
I actually would like to, with my first attack having gone for the gut, open my hand inside.
Nah, I mean, it
If-
doesn't do anything mechanically. It's just black gross.
Yeah.
Okay. Mike's like, yes,
And then-
is
This
cool.
is
then just-
exactly like when I fought Madness.
Yeah, and then just slash. And
Yes,
I
yeah.
would like to use my. Do I still have a bonus action? I do not. Never mind.
All right, so that's
I'm
her
gonna
turn.
stay
Over.
face to face, please.
Mike, you are like holding the stake up, like, here boy, here boy. And make another. Make a charisma check to make like this thing like get excited just to like play for it. I won't make an animal handling because you kind of already did that. Now you're just trying to like rev it up.
Okay, just flat charisma.
You can, if you want to, if you think you have something like a skill that would work for it, whether it's performance or like up to you. But otherwise, flat charisma.
Okay, well, I would do performance if I could to really try and like ham it up and kind of like just get it as riled as possible. That's a 29.
Okay, it jumps for the stake. You pull your hands away.
Yeah, just
Okay. It is very uncoordinated. Rolls a 1, slams into the crystal and starts like scrabbling at it and like biting at it. And you do see chunks are falling away. Some is dissolving. I'll say that some of the sword's flame starts leaking out, but not enough for you to actually get a hold and like get the blade out yet.
okay.
But the thing lands and starts circling you, and it's going to try to attack you. More, it's attacking the stake, but you're holding the stake.
Yes, yeah. And I'm fully like squared up with it, like just trying to move the stake close to the to the
I
cube.
rolled an 8 and a 9, so it jumps again. You move it like so it sails past, and then it sails past you again. Doesn't hit anything, just kind of like trying to get the stake. But in your next turn, you can do whatever you wish to do for it, unless there's something else you want to do with this turn.
Can
You got a bonus
I,
action?
Can I like give it advantage? Like,
You want to give it advantage to get the stake, but also kind of like get it to attack the thing at the same time.
yeah, so like I'm like purposely like getting up in its face and just trying to get it riled to see if it has some kind of latent ability of like some nullifier ray or something it could shoot. Like I'm trying to get it to release its full potential. So I would
me a moment to get its stat block up again, and I'll see if it does have something that can do something like that. And then because I know it's basic attack bonus and stuff, but yeah, I'll need just a moment to search. Here we go. One moment. No. That one. Yeah, cool. Let's see what it's got.
Oh, great's great.
Oh, kind of actually can. It's a weird thing. It
I'll use my
scrambling,
bonus action help on it. Like I'll use my bonus action help and be like, "Come on, you got more than that, don't you?"
as it like jumps, you actually notice that while its head is that of a Doberman sort of thing, it has 8 legs. It's actually more of a spider, and it sort of like makes this like horrible throaty noise, and it spits this like black web at you, and you like duck to the side, and the web completely goes around the abyssium and starts to dissolve some of it. So there is more. It'll be, if you can get it to attack it, or you think you can make a high enough attack, you'll almost definitely be able to break the sword out next round.
Okay.
Nia, what are you doing?
All right. Nia's done fucking around. Nia's going to bonus action cast haste on herself.
Cast haste on yourself. Okay.
Yep.
Go nuts. It's plus 2 AC, right?
Plus 2 AC, extra action, and a advantage on dexterity checks and saving throws.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, just saving throws for dex. Sorry. All right, and Nia is going to use her not radiant rapier and just start slashing.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so we have a 26, 21, and a 23.
3. I think they'll hit you, don't they? Yep, cool. Roll your damage.
Roll the damage indeed. One moment. All right, so
As at this point, I guess Nia, because you're slashing with the rapier, kind of be like, oh god, and like trying to like get a bit of space as you sort of like swing the sword out at her. But you do a decent amount of damage by the sound of it.
22, 30, no, 22, yeah, 33 points of damage from that, and
16 points damage to you, Tig.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you want to do there?
I think that's action and bonus action. I think I'm good.
Okay.
For the purpose of the next round, my AC is a 23 or a 28 if I shield.
Okay. Tig, you are bleeding this bloody sap out of your chest from the multiple cuts. How are you looking there, Nia? How damaged are you? Below half or not?
I need to quick math to know what half of 133 is. I'm not
like,
below half yet.
Like 65.
I'm injured. I'd say.
Taken almost 65. All right, cool. Tig, you are up. Your hammer inner, you pulled out to do it again, and you bounced off the shield, which you saw dissipate after the hit.
Yep.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna grapple.
Okay.
Well, I can contest that with an acrobatics check, can I not?
You can, yes.
Yeah, you can.
Well, I have it. I believe that haste gives me advantage. Oh, no, that's
you
just
get advantage on
dex
saves,
saves.
not checks.
Saves.
All right,
Never
so
mind.
you have advantage on your strength check or your athletics check here, Shro,
Yep.
which will be a lot.
All right.
It's it's 2d20. Pick the highest, and then you're adding, I believe, plus 13.
14.
To that. 14
Plus
to that, yeah.
14. Yeah,
Nice,
so
nice, nice,
28 to grapple.
I also rolled a 28. I have a plus 11. I rolled a 17.
I'll say because this is player versus
It's always
player.
It's defender's advantage. That's always how I've had it ruled. Is it's always defender's advantage when you tie.
Oh, okay, we had it as either equals beats or which was for other when you're fighting an
Yeah, I always had it as-
This is
or
what
we
Jeremy
had
Crawford says, so I also
whoever's got the higher modifier or something like
higher
that.
dex modifier, higher dex or strength mod.
Well, because she'll have +7, you'll have +5, but I was going to say a reroll seems the
Reroll?
fairest sort of thing. As
Alright.
like you try to go in, she slips out, but like you circle around each other.
Oh god, okay. 32.
I don't think I can roll that high. That was a 27 again.
Okay. So
I'm
she
so
does manage to
sorry.
get you on like as you kind of like slip past you as you're about to get out. She like just grabs your hair, yanks you in, and bear hugs you.
No, that's fine. Nia knew what she was going into. And Nia's
Nia's-
taking far
Nia's
worse
got this.
Nia's also taking far worse beatings than this, all right? You saw the giant hand thing we had to fight, right? I had
Yeah,
to fight that on a daily basis.
You've got yourself a 1 attack still now. Tig at advantage.
I'm going to make I'm basically going to make a strength attack here and just try and crush her.
Yeah, so just make an attack with arm, and I'll just say that it's a bludgeon. It's fine. What's your roll?
16 on the dice, so 27.
27 shield.
Can you?
Can she shield if she's
while-
grappled?
Yeah, because you can't.
No,
do this.
grappled does not stop your stop reactions. It purely stops your movement. You cannot move when you are grappled.
Hold up,
but
let me-
that's the only thing. It's restrained that stops
Hang on,
your
hang on.
Hold up.
actions.
Is there? There's a verbal. Is there a somatic component to shield?
Shield?
Yeah.
Hold on. I think it's just verbal.
If it's just verbal, I'm fine with it. If it's
It's verbal and somatic.
All right. So what I'm going to get you to do is effectively make a concentration check to cast it, because.
Would this go under my Warcaster thing where I get advantage on concentration checks to maintain concentration?
Well, you're not maintaining. You're trying to cast. I'll say just a flat check. Roll the damage, Tig, and she has to beat. That's her DC. It's just like halved is the DC, like a normal concentration check.
7.
Flavor
The
Spray is
damage?
always funny. Yeah.
29.
So.
Oh well, I rolled a 20. What is 19 plus 9?
Yeah. So you're fine.
28. Yeah, you make
so
it.
you do manage to bounce it off.
Killed it.
But yeah, it's a bit rough. Okay.
Okay.
Back.
She is still grappled?
Yeah, she is.
Okay.
Back to Leaf. What's she doing, buddy?
Yeah, I think I think one more time, holding up the stake, and I'm gonna switch hands. I'm gonna put the stake in his tabaxi hand, and I'm gonna hold out the devil hand, hoping to like catch the sword if it falls.
Okay. Make.
And I'm gonna give it the help action again. I use my bonus action to give the dog advantage.
Make a. Since it is really revved up right now, to get it to not just like tackle you, I'll say make one more animal handling check.
Okay.
Because your performance check's just going to rev it up more at this point, which is probably going to be unhelpful. So let's see. And again,
It's a critical fail for a -1.
see again, you can up your stress since you're back down to 1 on the token now. It's like reset. But if that's what you want, you can.
Yeah,
You can...
I think this is what it is. Is like he's holding up the stake and he can feel it like dripping on him.
Yeah.
And he's like okay with it. Like he's like, come on.
Yeah. Okay. So the creature sort of ducks real low and like sort of almost in a weird, almost like cat-like fashion, despite the fact all the legs, like rolls its shoulders and then just charges straight at you. Since technically you've only used your bonus action, you still have your movement action. So if there's something you want to do here, I'll let you do it.
So I think I would like to use misdirection.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm targeted by an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack target that creature instead of you. I don't know if I can use that on the...
Is there a
just
DC save for this?
There's not. It just costs a reaction. It's like the level 13 rogue. Mastermind rogue.
Make an acrobatics check for me.
That I can do. That is a 25.
Okay. It charges you. You jump with all your little kitty cat strength straight up and manage to put yourself like pretty much at the height of the of this crystal. It jumps and you sort of like a cat contort in the air and like push it under you and it just slams into that crystal, ripping at it, shattering it, pulling apart, and the sword falls to the floor. You both fall. Do you want to keep hold of the stake or let it go now that crystal's broken?
I'll let it go and just be like, you earned it, and kind of just throw it with the creature.
It hits the floor, a spider on its back, legs going everywhere. You might get a couple more licks of the black shadowiness, kind of like, that really stings. But it gets up and just goes for the stake and just rips it to pieces in the corner. But kind of also spider-like, like sucking on it and dissolving it at the same time. But you have Belle's sword. And over the yelling and the ringing of weapons, they haven't heard you, since I rolled really poorly, in the dining hall.
Oh, why would they be paying attention? There's like, look at what they've got going on here.
You hear this bellowing laugh and someone yells out, "Ha! I want to hunt them both!"
That wasn't a part of the deal, fuckers.
Nia, it's your turn. As you've kind of like used everything here to get that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Nia is going to, again, quicken a spell. And she's going to cast Heal on herself.
Mm-hmm.
And give herself 70 hit points back. Because I think I'm going to need them for the next round of TIG hits. So she's
Yep.
basically gone from nearly bloody to back up to full.
Yep. And then
I'm gonna.
try to
Now
break the grapple.
I can't use an acrobatics to break the grapple. I don't think.
I believe that's only.
I think that's only monks.
No, I think to control the grapple. I mean, it's been a while since I've actually had players play grapple, and usually the fights end pretty quick when someone's hugged. I think
I'm pretty
you
sure I
have
can
to...
only use acrobatics to get to a defend against a grapple. I don't think I can use it to get out of one.
Strength, I think you have to like
Yeah.
take control of the grapple with the strength check.
Yeah,
So-
which for Nia is literally impossible with Tig because Nia has no strength. She's all dex.
I mean, she could roll a 1 and you can roll a 20.
This is true.
Just roll. You might as well see.
Nope, because I'm not wasting my action doing that.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
No, I'm gonna keep stabbing.
Don't know if you
Or
can without controlling, can you?
You can't without controlling.
It's been
the
so
grapple.
long since I've done a grapple. I will take 2 seconds to read this.
Again, please, because grapple, as every DM I've ever read, grapple only reduces your movement to 0. That is all. It is restrained in which you cannot take like actions.
But I gave you a bear hug.
Yeah,
And
but that's still a grapple.
All right, folks, we're not going to argue about it. We're just going to quickly look up the rules, and it's going to be
That's
fine.
okay. That's okay. This is
Creature
fun.
speed becomes 0.
Anyway.
It can't benefit from any bonus. The condition ends the grapple is incapacitated. See the condition. The condition also ends if an effect removes the grapple creature from the reach of the grapple or grappling effect, such as when a creature is held away by Thunder Wave. So it literally does nothing but remove you to 0, so you can't get away and to. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
Yeah,
So
man,
yeah,
I've
you can
been-
attack.
I have been grappled many times. I know how this works.
Make your attacks.
All right. 3 attacks. Let's go. Okay. I don't think one of this is gonna hit you. 19, 28, 21.
Yep. All hit.
I'll hit. What is your AC?
It's 18.
Oh,
Oh wait, that's
All right.
standard. Sorry, I'm raging. I forgot. How does that change my AC?
Doesn't change the AC.
Doesn't. Yeah. So yeah, you hit.
no,
me.
I forget you're a barbarian, so your whole thing is tanking hits, not having avoiding
Yeah.
hits.
Yeah.
Shit, that was really nasty.
Sure.
All right, so that's 23 plus 8, 20, 30? Yeah?
30? Okay.
No, wait. 31, sorry. I can
Right.
math.
All right.
31 points of piercing.
Got it.
Tig, make your attacks. She's kind of like shanked you as best she can with this long rapier.
Cool. I'm gonna try and crush her with my first attack.
Just make your 2 attacks back to back. It's easier.
Yeah.
Because you're already grappling her, you get advantage. Just gonna
Easy. All right. 28 and 27 to hit.
I'm going to, again, shield. That brings my AC up to a 28.
So
Well, let's hold up a second. So roll your first damage.
20.
Why do you want Nia to die?
I don't. I want to play the game.
Sorry.
Roll. Let me know what your damage is.
12, 23 damage on the first hit. Sorry, my brain just fogged out.
28 damage, you said?
28 on the first.
Yeah, cool. Just make yourself a real quick concentration check. See if you keep up your haste. Otherwise, that'll drop it down to below where you could save it.
Wait. Concentration to keep up my haste. Did I take damage?
Yeah, from the first attack. The first attack was 28, which equals beats.
Yeah, okay. Sorry.
That's why I was like, we got to do it in order. I'm trying to kill Nia. I just want to make sure it's done right.
No, my brain completely spaced that she hit a 28. That was my bad. That is a... Fuck, I can't do math. 23.
Yeah, so you're fine. So the second attack doesn't get through. And you are getting very frustrated at this bouncy magic thing here. Tig.
Right.
And the...
I maintain the
the-
grapple.
How much damage was that first hit? I'm so sorry.
28.
28. Thank you.
one of the creatures here is like, I am sick of this one getting out of it with tricks, and throws up a hand,
Excuse me?
and you can see that he's just preparing counter spells at the moment.
Excuse me, I will come after you next. Play with that one. Holy shit.
Okay. Leaf.
Which one was
It's going
it?
to take you 2 rounds to get back in there. You don't know that. You don't know their individual names. You just know they're there. So, it's going to take you 2 rounds to get back into the hall. You can kind of get just to the edge of the hallway, but you won't be able to get back into the dining hall this round. You're just going to like kind of get there as fast as you can, or you got to do something else with the sword. Just gonna leave, steal it. You're gone.
He's like bouncing around. He's just like, oh god, and everybody in their heads through the telepathic link can just hear, I've got the sword. I don't know what to do with it. And he picks it up, and I guess there's like evidence that all of this has been like smashed and destroyed in this room. Hey.
Yeah.
So can I take out the letter with Mullock's seal on it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I want to scrape off this. I want to take off the seal.
Mm-hmm.
And start writing my own letter.
Okay. You can do that. It's also like you're looking at it and it's written in some sort of code. Like there's no it's just a jumble of letters.
I don't know if this will help, but I have Eyes of the Runekeeper.
Ah,
so
shit,
I can read
yes.
all writing.
That won't help you decipher a code, I don't think. What it will do is let you read writing usually, but if it's, if you're looking at something that just says AGF X13, you're like, that's definitely letters and some numbers, but it doesn't decipher the code. You might need to sit down and do that later, or you can like take that letter out, put a new one in. That's fine. You would be able to add to this one.
I'm not interested in what's in the letter itself. All I want is the seal.
Okay, so you're scraping it out, putting your own new letter in there, and closing it.
Yeah.
All right. No worries. So I'll say it'll take you 2 rounds to write a letter, and I'll give you a thing from Auric, just being like, you need to get that to Despater as soon as possible. I've looking around the inside here, and there currently is no easy way out. There is a fiend standing in the lobby, but and you, Leaf, can kind of look down there and see there's a bone devil just kind of like sitting there, just like almost being a supervisor to the mortals that are cleaning. She's like, yes, scrub harder, yes. But that's the only thing guarding the way out. So it's up to you if you want to stay and help these guys, or you want to be like, well, Despater wants this, I'm leaving. It's whatever you want to do. Okay.
I will keep. I'll focus on scribbling the letter as quickly as possible.
Okay.
And I think I would, like, while I'm talking, I would be asking Auric, like, Auric, what's the easiest code to break? And I'm gonna kind of read him the message and get him to help me write it in a very breakable code.
Okay. He gives you the easiest code, and that is like just replace.
1 is A, 2 is B. Like.
Yes, exactly. Just replacing the letters with numbers, and then like there's so it'd be like 1, 4, and then a break for the next word, and you're just doing it in infernal digits as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So, anyways, you do that, and you also hear this Nia, and make a wisdom save, Tig, to be able to pick up on what the psychic man is telling you.
Yep. 12.
All right, she's just trying to kill Nia right now. But Nia, you
Yeah.
know that
Magic man.
the sword is in possession. and all you got to do now is get it out of here, and I guess you guys out of here. So
is Nia able to respond as like part of her free interaction?
I'll make it. Yeah. I'll say it's a bit hard because you're being like fucking thrown around by Tig, but yeah.
Yeah, but like sending thoughts out should be relatively.
Mostly you're thinking,
easy.
oh god, let me go. Yep, or oh fuck, just like as you go around
my
the place.
response would be, didn't we take? Doesn't Leaf currently have the bag of holding? Couldn't he put the sword in that? Because Leaf took the letters and we have the map, and I assumed we yeeted that in the bag of holding, and I just kind of assumed that Leaf would be the keeper of said bag of holding.
What you're seeing is Leaf. I'll say this, like you can send that and then get the rest of your turn, but Leaf,
yeah,
the flame doesn't go out. If you drop the flaming blade in the bag of holding, everything in there is going to get a bit crispy. All right, Nia, your turn.
Okay. Tig currently like has a hold of me, and she's like on me, right?
Yeah.
Nia is going to try and turn in her grasp to be in like Tig's grasp to be facing Tig, and she's going to hit her with a dragon's breath of fire.
Oof! Go nuts.
Tig thinks to make me a dex save, but Tig's grappling me, so I'll let you decide how that one goes.
Make a dex save, Tig.
Oh, okay.
With advantage because you are a barbarian. What I'll say is you kind of shake her around to stop the breath getting to you. That's how
shake
you get
her
an
like a
advantage.
snowball.
Yeah, like a Polaroid picture.
That was a dex save.
Yep.
22.
That does pass, but you are going to be taking a fairly decent amount of fire damage because I am casting this with my 7th level slot.
Good. You've got a lot of hit points to get through.
Uh-huh.
And there's not enough chamomile tea in this world to quell
That
the
was way
rage.
too many ones. That was way too many ones. That was pathetic. That was 23 fire.
I still take the full 23 though, so that's good.
Yeah. And you also hear a scream, a fairly high-pitched scream from one of the devils. Because this one is the frog devil and is the only one there not immune to fire because he's made for watery stuff. And all these like pussy blisters start popping all over him. And all the other devils start laughing at him.
So I did good in the devils. That was my bonus action, by the way.
Yeah,
that was,
so your action?
That was cool.
That was my bonus action. So my action is going to be to continue to try to stab you, I think.
Go nuts.
And
might as well start making your rolls, Tig. Just don't let us know what they are until after Shelby has finished.
No problem.
Yeah. Actually, with my action, I'm going to hit you with a green flame blade.
Yep.
One attack, but it does 3d6 fire. Or
Yeah,
3d8 fire.
I'll like use an action to try and dodge that one.
No, you don't. You can't do that. That's not how that works.
All right.
Hope springs eternal.
Still thinking of Dark Heresy there, honey.
That was a 30 to hit.
That'll hit.
So
Right,
you
roll
are
your damage out.
you are going to take first the piercing, 10 piercing plus 15 fire.
How close does another target have to be for the fire to jump to it?
5 feet.
Okay, not close enough.
If I could stop being blurry, that would be cool.
So what happens is you stab this blade under her arm right the way through her, and then fire just erupts along one side of her wooden side, and she is in pain.
I would like, as like a flavor, maybe to help Tig snap the fuck out of it. In the mind link, just go, Tig, it's time to wind down. We need to wind down as I'm stabbing you with the flaming.
Yeah,
blade.
I'm gonna say that since you just set the tree on fire, she's not really hearing that. It's either screaming, angry, or... But maybe if you don't set it on fire next turn, she might listen to you.
So what was the full damage that I took?
10 piercing, 15 fire.
Yeah. The 20 from that. total.
Cool.
Are you also talking about from the fire dragon's breath, or did you already take that down?
No, I already took that down.
Okay,
Alright.
then yeah.
What were your attacks there, Tig? You got 2 of them.
31 to hit and 22 to hit.
Any of those in that 20?
Alright.
The first one.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ow.
Cool.
Which
Ow.
I'm pretty sure means on a nat 20 I crit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now roll.
Which means I need to roll extra damage.
Yep.
I would like to try and shield the second one, just for the record.
Yep.
Oh, no, I don't need to. I don't need to shield the second one. I don't think. Oh, wait, no, this
1,
might
2,
take
3,
my haste
4.
down.
Yeah. Let's see how this goes.
5.
So you are a D12 weapon,
6,
and
7, 8.
you need to roll that many times. I think it's 4. Let me have a look.
8d6 plus 24 if I crit.
Yep, that's what you got written down, don't you?
Let's go. I have many ways to keep myself up, so.
Oh, that's so many 6s. I'm so sorry.
I set you on fire. I think this is fair.
So sorry. Okay.
You'll make it better when you come back to your senses,
4,
right? We'll fix it then.
20,
Sorry, Mike, you have to see this with the
30.
combat with your very short things.
What?
6s,
I'll say it after.
36. So 36. Which equals 50.
Ah, the math of the barbarian. A
60.
beautiful thing
Okay.
to behold.
60 damage
Still up.
Yeah,
on the first hit.
But hold up. Now you have to make a con save.
I physically can't make that con save.
Okay, so
I
you lose,
only have a +9.
you lose haste. Everyone cheers as they feel the haste break. Roll your second set of damage,
I would like to shield.
and the asshole will counterspell it. As he's like,
What a douchebag.
Oh, I
No.
love that, dude.
I just
What a douchebag. Oh, I'm coming for him if I survive this. I'm breaking out of this shit and I'm going after
If
him.
I did a crit, does that mean that's just on the, I just get the 1 attack on the crit, don't I?
yeah. So you get
Yeah,
you do get
Cool.
you
Back
got
to
your second
normal.
attack from your attack action, and if you want to, you can make a third attack as a bonus action due to your
Oh,
crit.
God, yes. God, yes. I'm going to continue the crit.
You're gonna kill Nia.
I'm Tig. Tig is
Yeah.
gone primal. She can't hear
Yep.
Nia.
Yeah, no, Tig's gonna
sorry.
eat Nia. Tig's gonna eat Nia. This will be this will be a badass death. I'm okay with this.
19.
Do you need a teleport spell, do you?
30 to hit.
That'll hit.
Yeah.
Wait, you didn't roll your damage on your second attack that went through.
Oh, sorry. I thought that's
Yeah,
what
this
I
is
was
why
just
I'm
doing.
saying you're going to kill Nia.
Yeah,
Nia
just
is
roll.
bloody
just roll
now.
Your 2 damage. Your 2 sets of damage.
Yeah. Sorry. 5, 6, 5, 30, 34,
You need to stop hanging out with unstable barbarians, I think.
58 damage.
She's down.
Okay. That's total? Alright. So
Then then I get the extra.
how
one,
did you
don't I?
No, because you can't hit 58 damage without critting. Your first one got crit, your second one didn't.
Yeah, you said I continue the crit.
No, I didn't say that. So your second attack was not a crit. You just a regular.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's a regular attack, regular damage roll. So just roll a regular damage roll.
Okay, sorry, I was
Yeah.
confused. 'cause
That's okay. Just roll.
I'd say, because if you have a second hit, you're just going to coup de grace me, because Nia has 45 hit points left.
Yeah,
she
no,
cannot do
you're
that
okay,
much
you're
damage.
okay.
Yeah.
You're okay. So yeah, to hit.
You've already rolled your 2 hits for both of
10.
them. Just roll your damage.
Yeah, I'm doing that. 21 damage.
21, and then your
Yes.
second you roll once more a damage roll.
Yeah, that's one. That's good. For you, that's good.
That's good. I killed Nick.
14 damage.
Holy shit,
No, that
Nia's
can't be
still
14 because you have a base damage of plus 17.
You know what I was just doing was
It's alright.
being
Just-
stupid.
Just
20.
roll your 2d6 and tell me what you get.
25.
25.
I'm down.
Okay.
I'm down.
Okay. So,
That was one hit point more than I had.
do you want to flash back as you're about to go unconscious? 'Cause
Yes.
there's 100 ways you can survive this. Okay.
I have an idea.
Okay. So, what are you doing?
I would like to find I would like Nia to go off and find a Nia goes into a another shop. And she's looking for a scroll of fuck, what the hell is that spell? It's the one that saved Sarah's
Death Ward.
Death Ward.
Someone sits there and is like, I don't have a scroll, but I will cast this on you for 1,000 gold.
Done.
Okay. You have a Death Ward, and he will maintain it like almost indefinitely for as long as you until it breaks, at least. You know. So you're at 1 hit point, and you're like, oh god, on your back on the floor. With Tig now like standing over you. I'll say you actually like go unconscious, then going like you open your eyes for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Just like over her, just like.
Now, we will go to Leaf. Don't forget you now have your trauma doing what it's doing. I'll say you finish the letter. What do you want to do? And you know that these two are in trouble. You felt the quick unconscious, reconscious, like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and I think he like puts the letter down and feels that and goes, hey, we're still acting, right? Like into the bond. And then says, we have somebody blocking our escape. Are there any like windows in here?
Nah, it's like a solid castle made for defense.
Solid
It's either go to the roof where there's most likely guards, or go through the Bone Devil. You do have Bell's sword.
Yeah, I mean that's if y'all can, do you need me in there, or because if not, I'm gonna clear the way to make a hasty exit.
You have to respond to this, folks.
If he's shunning, I reckon if you shun to Tig, what you will be getting back is just pure rage.
Make a wisdom save since you did just.
Yeah.
You thought you like killed your enemy, so you're like elated right now.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll give you advantage on it because you did just knock him down. And yeah.
Shit. 13.
What are you at? Plus 4. Okay, so you are going to pass, but you are gaining stress, and the global clock is very close to you guys being discovered. So you hear the message, and you're like, oh yeah, and you look down at Nia as she like her eyes like flutter open, like, oh, that hurt. And she's heard the message as well. Mike, Leaf.
Is Nia able to respond as well? Or
you can, yep.
Nia responds, I'm nearly down. Clear the way. I'll get Tig out of here.
All right. What would you like to do here, old Leaf Hellhand, Queen Hellhand, jumping from the balcony down at this Bone Devil, most likely.
Yeah, so he says, kind of like out loud, like not through the thing, just kind of whispers, "Oh, I was hoping you were going to say that," and he's going to grab the sword, and run to the I'm like above, right? This would be like so
leap
I'm
off the
gonna
balustrade sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm going to jump over the balcony as a bonus action. I'm going to cast Hexblade's Curse on it.
Mm-hmm.
And this sword, I'm assuming, is it a finesse?
I'll say that it's generally like it's perfect for its master's hand, and it didn't expect and you have the Hellhound of Despater, and that is going to allow it to sort of fit to what you need. If you need it to be finesse, I'll allow it to be finesse.
Okay, I think then it kind of fits the form of Leaf's Moonblade, just looking a lot more like hellish,
Yeah.
a lot more cursed, and he's just going to try to drop right into the thing's head.
Okay, let's see how this goes. I would like you to roll your attack, and this will also be with your what's it called? Sneak attack.
I can only imagine this being like when you fight the asylum demon in Dark Souls 1 and you just like come down off the balcony at it and
And can I just like preemptively take a stress to get advantage?
Yeah, go nuts.
I will...
This thing also does 4d6 plus your modifier in slashing and 6d6 fire damage.
Okay, 4d6 plus 66.
Then your sneak attack as well. So a lot. Does a lot.
Okay, so that is a 28 to hit.
Did you crit?
No, I didn't.
Does Hexblade's Curse give you an increased crit range? No, it doesn't.
It does, yeah, 19 and 20, but I didn't get the 19. Which is
okay.
what I was
the
going
best thing
for.
about Hexblade's Curse.
So that's that, and then 7 more for sneak attack. I think that's it. So 17d6.
How much? Just let me know how much damage you do. I'm just checking the hit points.
It is... Oh, so close. It's 67.
What's so close, Mike? What was it so close to?
I don't know.
Let's see what it's immune to. Oh, it's actually immune to the fire. All right. As you slice,
I guess 5 more if it's. Oh, it's immune to fire.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't. I just looked up then. Yeah, it's immune to fire. The other thing is, as a hexblade, do you have the smite for it?
I do not get a smite.
You haven't
Eldritch
picked up
Smite
that Eldritch Smite?
is an invocation.
Yeah, cool. All right, no worries. So you stab down into it. Let me know what I got to take off from that 67.
Yeah.
To have the damage, and then do you still have a second attack?
Only with my hex weapon.
Okay. How many hex weapons can you have?
1.
Okay.
It's an hour to
would be my
transfer them.
crossbow.
Yeah. I couldn't remember if Pact of the Blade let you have like a second hex weapon.
You can have a separate pact weapon and a separate hex weapon, but usually it's better to have them both be the same.
Okay. Cool. So you do a shit ton of damage to this thing, and it sort of like spins around to look at you. I'm gonna roll for its initiative. And can you just roll initiative for me? I'm
Sure.
going to effectively just add yours as almost like a separate combat at the end.
11.
You still beat it. Cool. So it'll be you, then it, because that was a surprise round. Now.
And it was 9 fire damage, sorry.
Yeah, cool. All right, so it's still done 50. It's not damage. So, folks up in the dining hall. You know Leaf is clearing the way. What do you wish to do? Nia, you're going first here.
Nia's going to continue to play limp and act like she's dead. And she's going to send a telepathic message to Tig saying, drag me out of here as wild as you can. Meet Link. Link's my cat, and he's sitting over there. Meet Leaf. We got meet Leaf. Act like a wild animal. Make a good show of it. I believe in you.
Okay. I will, over her like this, I'm just gonna get down on all fours and just grab her on the collar and start sort of prowling out, growling, and then start running towards the door like I'm taking my prey away with me, and just look over my shoulder and growl at everyone, just this is mine.
Okay. Make an intimidation roll to see what they do.
Please take place.
Hope this works. I really hope this works.
Me too. Me freaking too. I'm gonna die a lot faster.
There's
How much?
19 on the dice. 25.
Okay. Firstly, Orcus is like, the bitch isn't dead. And like takes a step forward, and Bill's like, we'll wait just a moment and hunt them. We'll give them a second. So you don't know how long you've got, but they will be coming for you.
Could we maybe relay that to Leaf?
Yeah,
Like,
I
they're
won't say that you
they're
have to say it, but yes, you'll get it. So, move as soon as you're around the corner. You can all move as fast as you want to go. But before that, you have Leaf. Smack that Bone Devil. You can continue using stress to gain advantage as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, because otherwise I won't get sneak attack.
You also have the gun if you wish to use it. Just remind you.
You were so
Yeah.
excited about the gun too.
I want to use the gun.
The
I'm gonna
gun
see, like, as
does
it
allow you
absorbs
to,
a bunch
like-
of the fire damage.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, like I'm gonna raise the sword like I'm going to strike down with it, and then like fire from the hip.
Yeah,
with
it
the-
like raises its hands and you just like shove the barrel into its chest and pull the trigger. That gun does allow you to Divine Smite. Or Infernal Smite. It still counts as, I think it's necrotic damage instead of radiant. So whichever spell... Wait, what spell slots have you got?
I only have 2 spell slots, and I used one of them for my dramatic entrance. So
Yep.
it's a 3rd level spell slot.
That's still a lot of extra damage.
But that is a nat 20.
A nat... Ooh. Okay.
I did use the stress to get advantage.
Yep. Yep. Okay. So...
Your smite's crap.
Yeah. So, if you use Divine Smite, I believe it starts at 2d8 and then goes up by 1d8 for every level. And then also, because it's a fiend, it's gonna
It's
go...
an extra 1d8 because it's.
I think it's better than that. I think it goes to d10. Dead. No, you do. You're right. It gets extra 1d8. I'm thinking Pathfinder. Or something else entirely. I don't know. Yes, so you now get 5d8 plus, so 10d8 total because of crit,
Because it's a crit.
and then you will get a whatever your sneak attack is doubled. Then the 1d10 from the revolver doubled. So just roll a shit ton of dice.
Yeah, this is 26 dice.
Do you
that
still
are
have
currently
sharpshooter?
being
Do you still
rolled.
sharpshoot that thing for plus 10 damage?
Oh, I guess I do still have sharpshooter.
Go nuts. Might as well. It's the last thing you probably do this session. Just see how you go.
Just fucking go all hammy and cheese on that.
Okay. That is 126,
Ooh.
132 damage.
Oh, Jesus. All right,
Can we
everyone
keep
just
leaves,
hears this
please?
as like this just necrotic fucking beam bullet thing just obliterates it. There's nothing left of the Bone Devil. But all the fiends upstairs are just like, what was that? Like, not only did you take out the Bone Devil, I say you blew a hole in the door.
Yeah. I
And
think
Oryx like, you should run very fast. And he breaks
think
the
it's
link
like-
because he's going to start casting another spell. Well, he doesn't break it, but he starts casting another spell and not concentrating on what you guys are doing. Go, run.
Yeah. Leaf is just like looking at the gun, and he's like, Gale, I am going to get that thing out of your head. And yeah, starts running for the door.
All right. Yeah, you're lucky because that stress point made you fail the heist anyway. So they're like, because that was high enough to hit the cap, and they're like, what? And they're coming after you very quickly. However, since I'm in control of Auric and I get to pull DM bullshit, he is going to like pretty much be like, come. As you get to him, teleport you to the base of the Iron Scepter. As you all arrive there. Because he's been kind of just following along, like, outside, be like, please don't eat me, castle, and my friends, listen to me. And then, as you get out, he's like, and we're gone. And just takes you to the Iron Scepter. So
It
we'll
get
end
really
the
hard.
session there because it's late. There's something I'd love to do, but which is you guys go meet Despater with the sword now, but we can wait and have that happen at the start of the next session. So I hope you all enjoyed that. I hope the heist was a bit of fun for you, something a bit different, adding stakes and stresses. Now, Nia, you didn't add any trauma because you passed a lot of things, but Tig, I'm going to send you this because you did cap out at a trauma. I just thought you wouldn't have that happen in the middle of combat. So I'm going to just put it straight in the chat and you can have a look at it in a little bit and tell me what you get.
I like to think
Okay.
Nia's been through so much trauma that this place can't fucking face her right now.
I'm going to take out the one that Mike's already got because that will make it feel better. So, don't tell me about it just yet. Talk about it later. But for now, we'll go. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I hope everyone had fun. Those watching as well. Let's do a quick round of tell me who you are, your single favorite moment, and then we will go. Starting with Tig. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Shro. I played Tig today, our barbarian currently, while the other one's off, living with her new barbarian, Bub. You can basically just find me here this same time, same day for D&D with this lovely crew. Oh God, I think favorite moment. I think probably I don't know, I think probably just Nia throwing away her weapon. She like had this, even though it was accidental of healing Tig, it was more the fact that Nia finally got to have a moment of no, I can do this, even though it was meant to be all an act. That confidence that Tig got to see in her friend, and it was just really sweet. It's just like, she is getting big and strong, and I was like,
Are you proud of Tiny?
It was Tig was really proud in that moment. It's just like, I'm being very primal animalistic, but there was the part of Tig that was very emotional, was very proud of that, so I like that.
Okay, next up we'll go with Shelby.
Hi, my name is Shelby, or Shibby on Twitch, where I draw D&D things, and Whistle While You Work on YouTube, where I tell stories about D&D things, and I'm Shadoodles here on Twitch, where I play games with people I play D&D with, and occasionally draw D&D things, and they're all different names because I like to be difficult. And I've been Nia. I think my favorite moment, honestly, was Leaf and the dog shenanigans. That was amazing. I don't know. I love how Leaf interacts with the environment. You're very quick on your feet, but I just adored the image in my head of Leaf just fucking playing Matador with a fucking weird shadow puppy thing and like an elf steak. It was disturbingly wholesome, and I kind of loved it.
Okay. All right, last up we have Mike.
Yeah, I'm Mike. I'm the DM over at Wonders and Blunders. And my favorite moment tonight was definitely, I love the image, like the two of you fighting and both of you going in and like absolutely destroying each other, but then following it up with like, I'm so sorry. Like, I did not mean to do this. But also I really like the idea of the kind of smash cut of Nia being like, don't you worry, I'm going to go in there, I'm going to make her look dead, and then we'll be out of there. And to like this feral Tig carrying you out bloodied in his teeth, basically, just like running out on all fours.
Yeah.
Feral Fabi's Tig is really, really good.
Yeah, you don't fuck with Tig. She a bit broken.
I'm very glad Tig is on our side and I wasn't actually having to fight Tig, because that would have been terrible.
Oh yeah, I had it planned out for how to, like, as soon as I grappled you, I was just like, how we need to make this drag on, but I was like, no, I could end this in like 2 turns right now, but I don't want to.
We might have had it drag on a little more if somebody hadn't fucking started cheating from the crowd.
Yep. The thing that kills Tig is a cantrip called Firebolt. That's the best way. You say 120 feet away and blast. Anyways, this has been Roll for Damage. We had a great time tonight. My name is Nova. I run things here. And my favorite moment was probably I like the idea of you leaving a really shitty note. I just need you to tell me what you wrote in that note. So just send me a message and I'll go with that.
Vader sends his regards.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, that was me. That was us. That was this. Thank you very much, and we're gonna raid Nose of the West. I've decided Nose of the West are getting a raid as they're just about to start. So in a moment, wave goodbye. Just give me a moment to get the raid sort of doing its thing.
Oh wait, in a moment, sorry. I waved earlier, it became Sean. Somebody had to do it. Somebody had to do weird wavy shenanigans.
The raid should start in a moment. Let's make sure it does. Looks like it's going.
Says it's starting, so.
Awesomeness.
Alright guys, start waving things. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Where's the post string?